Testing, testing, testing. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, I think we might be just about ready to get the first game of the night on the way. Play ball. AK comes in the bowl to Ash. Bit of outswing. Well fielded, that was Steve, I think. Yeah, you're good, mate, either way for you, because you only got 5 at the moment, yeah. Ben just asking me a question which half he needed to be in. And they've only got the 5 players to start with here, so as long as there's no more than 3 in any one half, once the bowler lets go of the ball, we're all good. Midweek cricket rule. And Super League situation is that you have to have 3, no more than 3 in any half, or 4 in any half in an 8-a-side game, of course, at the time that the bowler commences his run-up and not when he actually delivers the ball. So slight difference in the midweek rules. Nice play, nice shot there, Nathan, and yeah, we give him 2. Last ball. And he bowls to Ash, and probably would have been a wide. He hit it. They'll get 1, and that's the end of the over. All right, so we end up with 10 runs coming off the first over. We'll see how we go to Knight in the commentary. Been a bit unwell in recent times. We weren't too well second half of last night. We really struggled, so apologies for the croaky voice. Play ball. Voice is still not 100%, but hopefully it's got the 3 games tonight, so that might not be a bad thing as it turns out. Anyway, we are well dosed up in preparation. We had a big, good sleep today and a good rest. And looking forward to tonight's games. As we've taken Nurofen, Panadol, Osteo, Vitamin C, cold and flu tablets, and some throat lozenges. I think that's it throughout the day to prepare ourselves for this evening. Stingrays off to a pretty good start, although it's just the 5 players out here at the moment for the oddballs. That almost cleaned Ben up, and it works out okay for him because the ball goes through to Wickers, who runs out Nathan. Last ball coming up. Never drunk so much water in the last 2 days, I don't reckon, in my life than what I have in the last 2 days. I don't reckon there's any wicket there, and that's the end of the over. And this will be Chris, I think, bowling here. Ash just doing the shoelace up. It's of course Tuesday night, netball on the MCG and the WACA as well. MCG and Bay 13, I mean. Play ball. Okay, Ash is putting his gloves back on, sorry. Now we're good to go. And there'll be another 4th game of cricket on the MCG a little bit later on. That was AK that fumbled that down the back there, and they get 1. Got a couple of new indoor cricket balls for this game, and probably for the night, just experimenting with a couple of different types of ball, and 4 runs there. Anyway, the bowling team thought it looked all right. Nice and hard, these balls, and thought that they might turn out okay. In fact, Wickets was the man who was talking about that just prior to the game starting. So we'll see how they hold up. Chris bowling to Ash, and he hits it straight to Ben, and they get 1. Last ball. It can be a slightly dangerous spot where Ben's fielding, and he's finding that out at the moment. As Chris bowls to Nathan, and Nathan plays it straight to Steve. It's a direct hit, even though the keepers hit the stump, knocked the stumps or the stumps over afterwards. But the ball actually hit the stumps directly, and it was out, and we're short. End of the over. Yeah, it was a direct hit with the ball onto the stumps. It was a direct hit. Oh, did I take? Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, I have done that. I took the took the 5 runs off the wrong bloke, and we don't want to do that. Okay, play ball. I think it's Steve. It's Steve and Reese. I get confused. One of them's not here. It is Steve. It is Steve, isn't it? Yeah, it is Steve. So we get that right, which is good. And maybe they're only going to have 5 players, or maybe Reese will show up, or someone else for that matter. He let that go for some reason, and no run. Comes in the bowl again, short, and wide of Ben off the rebound off the side net, and they get 2. He bowls, and it's a good ball. It's inside the line, and last ball coming up. No, it's a good ball, yeah, and well taken by the keeper. He bowls and hits it well, and Ben's almost worn it again, and it's the 3rd time, and that's the end of the over. They get 2. Yeah, tough times for Ben there on the leg side, and he's almost copped a couple in the head, but they've just missed him, and he copped one in the knee that ricocheted back to the keeper. So he's been in the firing line, it's fair to say, throughout this inning so far. All right, Chris, play ball. And he comes in to bowl to Nathan, and he plays it nicely on the offside, and Steve does the fielding, and they get through for 2. And just wondering, yeah, they got 6 players so for the Stingray, so they'll be okay. It's Ash hitting it on the leg side. Ben comes around to pick the ball up, and they get a couple. Chris bowls. It's a little bit short of a length. There's Wickers. There's big trouble here. But, okay, not too sure what the plan was there. The fielder threw the ball, or the keeper threw the ball straight over the top of the stumps, and instead of catching it and taking the bails off, he tried to tap it. Not out, so I reckon that's come off the keeper, didn't it? I think it came off you, didn't it? All right, so we'll just double check that then. Yeah. So this is probably bowled. I thought it might have come off the keeper, and therefore it wouldn't be out, but we'll just make sure, because we are allowed to do this. So this is probably going to be out bowled, because that's what they've the keeper's told me. Yeah, absolutely. So 100%, and the replay of that does not surprise me. So that'll be out bowled. Last ball. Fantastic that we've got the reviews in that sort of situation, because the keeper moved across, and so I was slightly blindsided. And 1 run there in the end of the over. And anyway, not the sort of decision that you'd want to get wrong if you didn't have a review camera to use as a backup, which we are allowed to do on the bowls. Right, this is Ben. Play ball. And he comes in the bowl around the wicket. Ash hits it in the air on the offside. There's Chris. And he'll make his ground there, and they make 2. Then around the wicket. And he bowls. Good ball. Well, full toss in the end, but it swung in, but he's going to be run out, so it was all happening there. A nice out-swinging delivery, but it was a full toss in the end. And Nathan hit it quite nicely off his legs, but the keeper did the job as it came straight back to him for an easy run out in the end. Ash, that spits the gap a bit better, and 2 runs is the result. Great to see the oddballs. They played the last 3 weeks at the 8:40 time slot on the MCG. It's nice to have them back on the WACA, and nice to have them here early because that'll mean that that'll be run out by the way. It's all going pear-shaped now all of a sudden for the Stingrays. Last ball, Super Ball. Yeah. It'll be a nice welcome for management as well, because if the oddballs are here for the 6 o'clock game, they should give us a fair bit of business over the bar, and that'll be the end of the over, as they do like doing that. And anyway, they're here nice and early, so plenty of opportunity. Where are we? That's out on the Super Ball catch. So they come out with only the 4 runs. And Ben ends up picking up 4 wickets there, although one of those was a double wicket, to be fair. But it shows as a hat-trick, which you can't argue with, and 4 for -16. Geez, we'll get the voice going in a moment. Anyway, that pair batted a bit better than that, but the last over cost them. They've come out with bugger all. Frank, who are you with, Frank? Who's with you? Jimmy? Jimmy? I've just Jimmy. Okay, I can put that in. Yep. So Jimmy Williamson. Okay, play ball. So we do that, and now he's got his full name in the system. This is AK, and he bowls. And gee, that's absolutely smoked right at Steve. It's hit him in the guts. And yep, he's all right, although he gave it a rub. And going to say commitment there by the fieldsman, but he didn't really have much choice. 1 run. Right, Jimmy hits that straight, and it was reasonably well struck, but I tell you what, the non-strikers completely crucified him there. And run immediately when there was no run there, forcing the batsman to go all the way, and he got there a long time too late. A nice shot by Frank there, 2 runs. No Clinton tonight for the Stingrays, but g'day to anyone tuning in, watching this game live on YouTube. And that'll be 1, so he keeps that off the net, and there's a run to go, a ball to go. This is AK coming in to bowl to Frank Elliott, and he does, and he hits it straight, and this time it gets through the field, so they are going to run, and they get 5, and that's the end of the over. Play ball. This will be our mate Wickers bowling, and he comes in and bowls. Nice ball, well played by Frank. That was Steve doing the fielding. They get through for 2. As he comes in the bowl here to Jimmy, hits it in the air and picks the gap, and they get 2 more. And, comes in the bowl to Frank Elliott, and chance of a run out here, but the throw misses the stumps, and they pick up 2. Comes in the bowl to Jimmy, and he hits it on the leg side, and well fielded by Chris, and they get 2 more. Last ball. bowls this and he hits it beautifully. And the throw comes in. That's going to be out. And that'll be the end of the over. And they did a good job there because the throw was just a little bit wide to the keeper, but he was able to make sure the ball came from his gloves onto the stumps for a run out. And well done. And looks like he's going to be bowling now as Chris. Play ball and bowling to Frank. And he bowls now, and it's short. He hits it well on the leg side, and that'll be an easy two. Don't bother chasing that down too hard, Steve, because you're not going to be able to stop the two in that instance. Bowls here, and beats the bat. No run there. Chris bowls and the batsman hits it straight at Ben, and that'll be out. So the direct hit there by Ben. Run out by a lot. I just ran into our mate Lenny Pervin, who was here just prior to the first game. I don't know if he's still here or not. I can't see him. It's difficult to miss. Thinking about getting the team through work. Started here in the upcoming next season probably. 4 runs there last ball. As he's going to be working somewhere near Belcatta Road, he was telling me, and he commentated the Big Bash earlier in the year when I was umpiring, so I will be looking forward to getting some back on him. End of the over there when he plays down here, and I get to commentate right back at him. There'll be some fun with that, I would have thought. This is Steve. Yep. Play ball. Just polishes the ball, and he's about to come in and bowl now. And the batsman hangs the bat out there, and they get through for 2. Not going anywhere in a hurry, the Stingrays, although this partnership's a little bit better at the moment than the first. Frank that misses the bat, and no run. Yeah, great to see Cruz putting some Coke bottles in the fridge, stacking the fridge. That wasn't as high as the batsman made it out to be, and I reckon that's a good enough ball, and it'll be 3rd ball. So I was a little bit short, but I don't reckon it was above his shoulder. And it's 3rd ball. And that'll be bowled, so that's a clear-cut dismissal. Last ball, 21 degrees it is, and it's the 3rd of December 2024. It'll never be that date again. And last ball. He hits it across the line. It'll be worth 3, and the throw comes in. That's the end of the over. So Frank Elliott has done a good job. Actually, he's got 16 runs off his own stick, and that'll be more runs than the team's got in total. So it's all about Frank. Play ball, AK, and he will come in and bowl now. And full toss, but a low one, and Frank hits it all the way to the back net for 5. So that's good news for the Stingrays. As he comes in the bowl here to Jimmy, and gee whiz, he's extremely lucky that the ball swung as much as it did, because that's the only thing that saved him. It just missed the off stump as he comes in the bowl this time. And this one's off the hip or the body. I don't reckon he hit it, and we only give 1 for that. It's a little bit of a lull here at the moment. Not too much noise happening. That'll probably change. Slower ball, and got bat on it, but they don't run. Last ball. comes into bowl to Frank, and a bit of outswing, nicely driven, well fielded, and they pick up 2. That'll be the end of the over. So AK's got 1 for 22 off, I reckon he's bowled 3 overs, so they've just got the 5 players as we mentioned. And so they've done a pretty good job keeping the score to 21 after 11 with just 5 players on the field. Play ball. This will be Ben. He's going to be bowling around the wicket. He'll be looking to bowl, field, bat, and then drink shitloads of beer before he goes home, as will the whole team probably. And the oddballs do as good a job of that as any other team down here across the week, I reckon, at the moment. Good to have him. Yeah, he's going to stick with around the wicket. And he comes in to bowl here, and he hits it quite well fielded, and they get through for a run. Good cricket. Ben just polishing the ball on the shorts, and he rolls now, and he smacks it. He sticks the foot out, and it looks like it's been kept off the net, which is pretty good work by the between the 2 of them down there, because it was well struck, and they get 1. So yeah, they did a good job to restrict the scoring on that one. He bowls, beats the bats, and last ball, super ball. And gee, Frank just talking to the batsman there saying, I reckon this might be the slower one, I reckon he was saying. Well, how would he know? Anyway, he comes in, and it was the slower one. So he's actually read that beautifully, and the batsman hits it for 4 on the super ball, and that's the end of the over. So before he's even gone back to his mark there, Frank, the non-striker, said to the batsman, I reckon this is going to be the slower ball. And maybe it's been the last ball of every over he bowls he does that, I don't know, I haven't really thought about it. But he was right on the money, because it was the slower ball, and the batsman, having been given those instructions, was able to hit the shot for a 2, which was a 4 on the super ball. Quite amazing. Tom and Sam. Play ball. And that's out, so Tommy, you played it on, son, and you won't be happy, but that's okay, because your misery is Wickes's success, because he gets the wicket. Yeah. He comes in the bowl here, and he plays it nicely, and they get 2. Yeah, usually if you were going to pick the slower ball from someone, you'd probably have a bit of a look at how they were gripping the ball as they were about to bowl perhaps, or start their run up. But Frank was onto it before the bowler had given away any of that sort of information. This is Wickes bowling at the moment, Tommy, and beats. No, I don't reckon. Well, you can review. No, last ball. Anyway, he bowls this, hits him in the leg, and I'm telling you, it doesn't matter, because it's only 1, and that's the end of the over. But yeah, and it would have been LBW in an outdoor game. Yes, you're right, Wickes, it would have been. Absolutely plumb it was, but doesn't quite work that way out, or work out that way in an indoor game, unless, of course, you pretty much shoulder arms and don't offer a shot. Play ball. Anyway, that wasn't what happened there, and Steve Fenwick, he'll be bowling. Play. And he comes in to bowl to Tom, full toss, hits it, it lands just in front of Steve despite his best efforts, and they get 2. Steve bowling at the moment to Sam, and it beats the bat, and well taken by Chris, who doesn't do a bad job behind the stumps. I should mention that. Yeah, he's quite handy behind the stumps as a wicketkeeper as Chris, and that's an example of just how good he can be, and that's run out. So I wasn't just making that up when I said that he does a pretty good job, but that was something a little bit more special out of the box, that one. Tom he's about to face his delivery. And short, and he plays it on the leg side, but hit the back net at my end first, and we give it 1. Sam on strike, and leg side, not a good ball, and that'll be the end of the over. And I don't reckon there's been all that many extras in this game, and we might have just a bit of a look through because I don't remember calling too many wides or no balls, and in fact it looks as though that might have actually been the first one. That's unbelievable from what we've seen in recent times by a number of teams. Play ball. Yep, so we've taken 14 overs nearly, or on the death knock of 14 overs to get a wide or a no-ing. He's in trouble again there in an outdoor game. And they get 1. Yep, so yeah, no wides, no balls prior to then. Excuse me. As he gets that one across the line, and they get 2. Yep, we'll just keep the water coming. And get through the night before we run out of our voice. And it's not badly bowled actually. And no wicket, no run. 30 runs on the board, 15 overs in nearly. After this over, they'll have to pick a couple, 3 bowlers to bowl again. As I said, they're 1 short. That's hit the thigh, and that'll be 1. Last ball. And he hits that on the leg side. There's AK. And that'll be 2. That'll be the end of the over. So you've got to pick 3 bowlers to bowl again, Tom. Who's that? The 3 in T-shirts. Okay, so we're calling obviously Ben and AK we're calling them tank tops, which they probably are. But the 3 in T-shirts, fair dinkum. Yeah. Why don't you just pick the 3 that have a head or something? Because they're all wearing shirts, play ball, but it is. You're talking about a proper shirt, which is what the 3 blokes that are going to be bowling are going to have. Wide, by the way, comes in the bowl and hits it well. And the throws have gone the wrong end there. Should have gone the bowler's end. They get 5. Off the leg again there by Tommy, and any danger of hitting one. Wickers, Sam. Didn't hit that one very well, but it gets down to the other end, they get 1. Last ball. He bowls and hits it onto the leg side, and they'll pick up 2, and that's the end of the over. And a good decision by the batting team to pick that bloke to bowl again, because that's the most expensive over we've had throughout the whole game, 11. And there was a 10 off the first over of the game, and everything else has been somewhat lower than that. But it was a good choice as it turned out. This will be Chris, or sub 2, play ball, and see how he goes as he bowls to Tom. Tom hits that one off the bat, which is inspiring, and they pick up 2. Hopefully they can, just finish off. The partnership, reasonably well here. They're in trouble here. Yeah, well, I actually reckon that's out. And do you want to have a look? Yeah, we're going to have a look. So it was a bit slack with the running. They were a little bit slack with the fielding as well, to be honest. And anyway, if our eyes haven't deceived us here, I reckon he's gone. And we will just make sure, because that's what we do. And he shouldn't make it from there. There we go, it's hit there, so it's out. And still out even there. So yeah, out by a couple of frames. Tight-ish, but it's out. Yeah, it was out, yeah. So we've confirmed it. No need to look any further. As long as we get one camera paying the wicket, that's all we need to do. Play on. Yeah. anyway, it's probably might have been our first review. I've got a feeling tonight as well. So I'm going to double check a bold, but that was something that I did myself. I get one there, and off the foot, and they get a run. Last ball. He comes into bowl here and hits it nicely, does Tommy, and they pick up 2, and that'll be the end of the over. So just 1 for 1 there for sub 2, and this will be sub 3, which will be our mate Steve. And how many runs have they got? Not enough, you wouldn't have think. 45. Play ball. Hopefully they can finish with 10 or 15 off this over and give themselves something. But going to be difficult to defend this total, I would have thought. He bowls and nicely played, but hit it straight. Big trouble, and big trouble indeed because he's run out. We just turned the mic off for a minute while I have a seizure. It's a bit of a coughing fit, and I'll live, I hope. I hope I do anyway. Wide, by the way. Yep, Tommy. Re-bowl. Yep. He bowls this, and wide more. And the throw comes in, but the non-striker gets back, and that's also re-bowled. He bowls this one, and off the bat, he wishes he hadn't hit it because he's been caught. And looked like it was going to hit him in the leg. He found the ball swung, and somehow or another he got bat on that, and it didn't work out too well for him. As he bowls here, and that's nicely struck, and that may be the best shot we've seen in the innings so far. And it goes all the way for 7, last ball, super ball. And I reckon you might find that that might be the first 7 of the game also, and it is. Short, it beats the bat, it was inside the line. That is the end of the over. And can I grab the ball please, AK, or Chris, either one? Thanks, mate. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, that works, and there you go. Rightio, so we get through the first innings, and we've done okay. And we'll take an opportunity just to check the scores on their netball courts, because we know we've got some viewers at home that like to know what's going on there. And the game on the MCG has about 4 minutes left in the game in the 4th quarter. And the Nets and somebody, that's an abbreviation, Nets and something else, playing Greenwood. And they lead, Nets lead 29-23, so 6 goals the difference with just under 4 minutes to go. You'd think they'd probably be able to hang on from that position. And Bay 13, a bit more one-sided. Still about the same amount of time left, about just under 4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. We've got Westy on 28, playing, I'd say that would be Hot Shots on 15, so a 13 goal difference there. So I reckon you can lock in the win there for Westy. Right, anyway, I wonder if Julian Gangemi's watching, and he loves me going around the grounds, whether it be netball or, you know, cricket, which is it's usually only those 2. We don't have pickleball here or anything like that, not that I want to play that, and you know, sometimes we have soccer as well. We don't have pickleball here, but who knows? Anything's possible. Chris is batting with Steve, and looks like it might be Sam bowling, and I reckon we're ready. Play ball. And he comes into bowl right here. It's a no ball full toss, so it's high enough to call, which we do. And not a great start there for the Stingrays. You don't have much on the board here to play with, so they won't want to be giving away too many. Yeah, that's good enough. So that's inside the line, and that'll work for them. Yeah, 48 runs. Did a good job. The odd balls there, as I said, they only had the 5 players throughout that fielding innings. off his leg there. That'll be Jimmy that did the fielding on the leg side, and they get one. Sam, and he bowls to Chris on the pitch, and the batsman hits it in the air on the offside and picks up 2. Last ball. And he comes into bowl to Steve, and he hits a nice drive, and they'll get 2. And that'll be the end of the over. So they get 9 runs off the first. And already it looks like Nathan's decided that he needs to bowl and try and get a couple of wickets and put a bit of pressure on this team before it gets out of control. Play ball. And normally I reckon they'd be looking to save him towards the latter part of the partnership, but not tonight. He bowls this one, and he pops it in the air. Could be run out, and he hits the stump, so that will be run out. And there you go. He gets a wicket, does Nathan. He's got 1 for none. As he bowls here, and off Chris's leg, and they only get 1 for that. Nathan Tremlett, he's bowling to Steve Fenwick, and off his foot, and well fielded by Frank, and it's still only going to be just the 1 run. Last ball. This is Cruz doing a stellar job there at the moment, folding the leg side, the netball bibs. That's the end of the over. That was a wide, by the way. And yep. And looks like Tom Brown, he'll be bowling. Play ball. And he bowls. It's a no ball off the pitch, and that's what we pay. As Tommy bowls to Steve, and nicely played. That was Jimmy that was fielding that, and they get 2. Tom Brown, and nicely played by Chris, and picks up a couple, and there's 2 balls to go in the over. Looks like the first netball games have finished for tonight. 3 runs there, last ball. Rest assured there'll be more games both on MCG and Bay 13. Last ball. Tommy bowls to Chris, and yeah, hits it on the leg side, hits the back net at my end, and they get 1, and that'll be the end of the over. So 10 runs came from that, and they're 18 after 3. This is Jimmy, play ball. Jimmy Williamson. We had him down as Jimmy Unknown before tonight, but I don't know if I've actually, if I recall umpiring this dude before or not, but anyway, he must have played a game because he was in the system. They get 5 there anyway. It's a full toss, and got hit to the back net. He comes in to bowl to Steve. And this is not a bad ball actually, and just gets an outside edge, and that was Ash that did the fielding. Ash Ross, that's his name, and they get 1. And a leg side that is, and a leg side we call. And yeah, great to see Cruz doing a sensational job there behind the counter, folding and sorting out the netball bibs. Would have probably been out then if they hit, but they don't, and they get 1. Last ball. Takes special talent to be able to sort out those netball bibs, I reckon, and it's skills that Cruz does possess. Very, very good. He's got many skills. That's the end of the over, and that's just one of them. Frank Elliott. Play ball. So yeah, Frank's going to come in and bowl. This is to Steve, and he bowls now. And it's short of a length, and he plays it nicely off the back foot on the offside for a couple. And they're just coasting at the moment, this batting partnership. They're not really taking too many risks, and they don't really need to. That one he plays right over the top of, and good news for the Stingrays as they pick up a wicket. And they need about another 15 of those, and we could have a good game. Anyway, you've got to start somewhere. It's actually their second wicket I think they picked up. That could have been another one. It's hit the side net and the back net. It was aerial, but they get 4. Yeah, so they lost a wicket, run out in the second over, and of course that bowled a couple of balls ago. That's it. He hits that on the leg side. Jimmy was there. They get 2, and there's 1 ball remaining in the 5th over of the partnership and the innings. And he bowls to Chris, and he hits it well, but in the air, and Nathan's there. And that'll be the end of the over. Is that right? 5 or 7? Yeah, 5. So looks like Ash Ross will be the one to bowl the last over of the partnership. Play ball. And he comes in to bowl to Chris, and he plays that very nicely actually, and picks up 3. Bowls this. It's not a good ball. A wide or a no ball, take your pick. And a re-bowl. As this is Ash coming in to bowl to Steve. And yeah, he plays that very nicely too. Accentuates the way that he played that, as if to say, I've got a pretty damn good technique, haven't you noticed before was? Anyway, it was a nice shot. He got 2. And that one was hit for 2 as well. Steve, he's on strike here. And yeah, nicely played. Well done by Frank, and that would have been good night for the batsman, but he missed the stumps, unfortunately, for the Stingrays. And it's last ball, super ball. And only 1 run behind at the moment is the oddballs. Full toss, I wasn't going to call it. I think it was 50-50. They get 2 on the super ball, end of the over, and that'll do them because they're now 1 run in front, and there's still 2 partnerships to go. So barring anything unforeseen, if you're at home at the moment and your money's on the Stingrays winning this game, it looks like you've done your dough. Most unfortunate. Anyway, we'll see how this pair bats and take it from there. Wickus and AK. And Sam will be bowling. Play ball. And the second partnership begins. He bowls now, and a bit of swing, he smacks it. Well done by Ash down the back there. And they keep all that. Oh, just 1. Yeah, sorry, put the wrong score in because it ricocheted off the non-striker's bat, and then Ash kept it off the side. And we'll give him 2 for that. Right. Both batsmen hitting the first shot fairly firmly. As Sam comes in to bowl to Wickers. And yeah, in the air, Nathan's there. He fumbled it. Not that it probably mattered too much initially because the non-striker had held the crease. But he might have been a chance at this end had he have gathered that cleanly. Anyway, Sam bowls this to AK. And he hits it straight to Nathan, and he gets a hand on it, and that's enough to make sure it doesn't hit the net. And it's only 1. Last ball. And he comes in to bowl this one to Wickers, and he hits it straight to Tom. And Tommy, oh, he would have had him cold, but he missed, and that'll be the end of the over. Yeah, unfortunate there for the Stingrays. So Nathan. Play ball. Yep, so he's bowling right arm over the wicket to Wickers here. It's a full toss, no ball, which I pay. He drops the catch, it wouldn't have mattered. And the no ball counts. He comes in to bowl this one. And, well, we don't need to say any more. The scoreboard says it all, no ball. That's what came up and that's what it was. Yeah, 2 in a row. That one was really dog shit. He smacks that and yeah, that won't be out. It'll be 4. As yep, Nathan puts the bails on for us, and now he goes back to think about where he's going to bowl this next one. And short, so it's not really his best ball by any stretch. And Sam's gone the wrong end there, and they get 3. Yeah, no talking by any of the fielders there to say maybe the keeper's end was the option that time. Not for me to say. And they get 1 there, and that'll be the end of the over. I can say it in the commentary, but I can't really give advice as it's about to happen. Won't show any favouritism towards or any players for that matter, or teams. Play ball. Tommy Brown, he comes in the bowl play, and it's a no ball off the pitch, and we have to call it. He bowls, and he hits that pretty well, and drops the catch, and I don't reckon it's out, but you can check it if you wish. You want to have a look? It's up to you. Well, I can't answer that. I can't give you advice as to whether you should check it. So the fielder there's just asking me, was it close? Well, you know, I can't give away, information like that, and which may lead to them checking, taking up the review. Anyway, we might have a quick look at that when we get a chance. That's a wide, just for interest. I gave it in. I thought it was in, but you know, it wouldn't hurt us to have a look at that in a moment. They get 1 there, and that'll be the end of the over. That'll give me a chance. Oh, you reckon you'll run out, do you? All right. Okay. We'll have a look, eh? Yeah, I am. So this will be interesting. So the catch has definitely dropped, so there was no doubt about that. Let's have a look at this and see how close this will be. Well, looks like it's going to be in on the old bowler's end camera. And it is, but it was in there. It was in on that one, but I'll check one of the other cameras in a minute. Play ball. So Tuesday night, we've only got 3 games. We've got a little bit more time up our sleeve. And won't hurt just to... well, it was in on the old camera. I'll have to check a couple of others if you want a definite answer. Because the batsman himself thought that that tap of Nathan, he said he thought he might have been out himself, the batsman. Anyway, oh, Nathan, yeah, he's done a good job to catch that, but he might have hurt his knee. Oh, geez, here we go. He's twisted his knee as he's taken that catch, and we might just turn it off for a minute and make sure he's okay. Like he's okay. Full toss, but not a high one, and they'll pick up 4. He just changes sides of the non-striker there. Jimmy comes in the bowl, and that'll be 2, and there's 1 ball to go. bowls here and he smacks it, and Nathan's there again and he takes the catch, and that'll be the end of the over. And yeah, we managed through all that to check 3 cameras there on that one that Nathan asked me if it was close, and they were all in, so it was in. So even though the batsman thought he might have been cactus on that one that they thought about the review but didn't, it was enough to swear by. Yeah, a couple of frames, especially on the new one, 2 or 3 frames. Play ball. Anyway. So it ended up being the right decision for them not to review that, the fielding team, but as I said, we can't, when people ask me was it close, or looking for a bit of a hint, I can't really give that information away because it's not fair to the other team. 4 runs there. Sometimes I might mention it in the commentary when it's happening live, like I hit the stumps, I reckon it's pretty close, so I'm going within or I'm going without, but most of the fielders probably don't hear what I'm saying when I'm doing that. I'm just commentating. So that's a wide, so we're not really saying that in order to sway either team to challenge a call or not. 4 runs there, and that'll be last ball. Frank Elliott coming into bowl to OK, and hits it at the back, on the back net at my end, and they only get 1. That'll be the end of the over. Anyway, we haven't mentioned the score that much in this partnership, but it's 43 off 5, which is pretty good going, and well and truly consolidating their position in this game as the odd balls. Play ball, Ash Ross, and the Bobs play. That was a nothing shot, and he gets back, so I reckon he's in. And we're all good. So Travers has just rocked up from the Reaper Babies, and we'll have their game next. Yeah, Ash bowling to AK. And digs it out, they get 1. Over the wicket. And here we go. Sam, you got a golden opportunity there, and a direct hit would have had him. They miss and get 1. Bowls. Leg side. They get through for an extra run, and we give them a re-bowl. Ash bowls to Wickers, smacks it, side net, back net, Nathan, 4, and last ball, super ball. And he comes in to bowl the last ball of the partnership, we hope. No, it won't be, because it's a no ball off the pitch re-bowl. So we'll have to have another one. Ash bowling to AK and playing the miss, and that'll be the end of the over in the partnership. And we've got 1 partnership to go, and they've got to pick someone to bat again here, and it probably won't matter all that much who they go with. Ben will be batting with somebody. Quick netball score, MCG Renegades on 16 playing SMH on 10. 3 minutes in the second quarter to go there. And Bay 13, you got Giants 12 to Gold Eye on 8. 4 goals the difference there, 3 minutes in the second quarter to go there. That's how quickly we can give you an updated score around the grounds, and we're going to continue with this game. Play ball. And we're pretty much running on time here. Full toss, I reckon it wasn't quite high enough for a no, he hits it for 5. Yep, so 6:55 p.m. and yeah, just the 3 games tonight. We're not under the pump for time, but wide. And the throw comes in. Anyway, it is what it is, and we're getting through the game fairly well tonight, which is good. No ball off the pitch. He goes for the big shot, and well, you'll get 2 on top of the no ball. As he bowls this one, an outside edge that luckily falls safely on the offside, and they pick up a couple. Last ball. And that'll be 2. And that's the end of the over. Sam's got none for 31. And Nathan, play ball. He'll be bowling. And, here he comes. Probably would have been a wide, but it won't matter. And it was only actually going to be 1 because I think it did the just hit the back net at my end before it hit the side. And 71 run deficit at the moment. Full toss, not a high one. Well fielded, not out. Non-striker had it under control, and they know, everyone knows, so there's no appeal. Kai Sherple walks through the door, followed by John Layden and Gareth Davies from the Reapers. Wide ball, and we pay that, which you do. Yep, see you next Tuesday will be the team that the Reaper Babies are playing in the next game. That'll be a wide also, Nathan. I've got to call it, I do. They get an extra run, there's 1 ball to go. Crew's still sorting out the netball bibs down the back there. At the behind the counter, with the fridge light still shining brightly. He bowls. Leg side. Gee, was that 3 in a row, Nate? What are you doing? And that'll be the end of the over. So yes, he finishes off with 3 wides. He's got 1 for 20. And both these batters have 12. Tommy Brown. Play ball. And he comes into bowl to AK, who hits it on the leg side, and they pick up 1. Bowls this one to Ben, and they get through for another single. Came off something there, bat or body, but didn't have an impact. Excuse me, as Tommy comes into bowl here, and AK hits it nicely on the leg side. Frank does the fielding, and they pick up 2. Tom Brown, Ben, leg side. It's a really good effort by the keeper there, as I gave the wide, but it's out, run out. And very good fielding there by Sam. Yep, last ball. So he comes in the bowl to AK, full toss, and probably 50-50 on the height, so we don't call it, we give it 2, and that'll be the end of the over. Yeah, around, up and around the waist area, probably. This will be Jimmy, and he's going to bowl, left arm around, play ball, and he comes in the bowl now, and it's a no ball off the pitch, and we help the batsman out. As he comes in the bowl to AK, and swing and a miss is what that was. Yeah, batter, swing, batter. As he comes in the bowl here, and it's a leg side when the non-striker says no, so they don't worry about going for an extra. short. He hits it in the air, and Ash does the fielding, and they get 2. Last ball. As he bowls this one, and on the line, so it'll be a wide, and that's the end of the over. And anyway, that's what we pay. 2 for 17, Jimmy Williamson. Frank Elliott, his turn to have a bowl. And play ball, we'll see how he goes. And yeah, nicely struck by the batsman. Side net, back net, and he picks up 4. And Ben plays it nicely on the leg side, and they pick up 2. No. It's Frank bowls, and the batsman hits that in the air, and Ash isn't able to take the catch, and they get 2 more. That'll be a wide, and they run one, and possibly even a no ball off the pitch, so either way. Last ball. And comes in to bowl this one, no ball, so that is too high, no doubt about it, and that'll be the end of the over. So 1 for 36 for Frank, and it's turned out to be a one-sided game, this first one, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it's been good for the oddballs. Play ball, now the margin 101. Right, Ash. And play ball, he bowls to Ben. And leg side it is, leg side we pay, and we'll give them a re-bowl because they'll probably want it. And it's irrelevant probably at this point. They've got the win and the skin pretty much sewn up. And anyway, might have been bat and leg in that, and Tom does the fielding, they get 1. Bowls. And he reaches out for that one, it's not a wide. And we just put a dot in the on the scorecard. Dot ball. Comes in the bowl to AK, and that's also okay. Okay, AK. And third ball coming up here, third ball. So this is Ash bowling. He bowls to AK. Full toss, I don't reckon it was too high, doesn't really matter, they get 3. And there's 1 ball to go, super ball, in the game probably, unless it's a wide or a no ball. Will be all finished after this delivery. And he comes in the bowl, and it'll be a ball that hits the foot. And they're going to run here. I actually reckon it's out. Do you want to have a... Yeah. And they decide to have a look on the last ball of the game. It's either going to be 2 or out, and I've gone with out, as it does ricochet off, I think, Sam here, and then onto the stumps. And the only question is does the batsman find a way to make it? I didn't think so. Anyway, we're going to find out. And here we go. So he misses the stumps on the first one, there's no doubt about that. Let's have a see what happens after that. And yeah, it comes off his hand there. And oh gee. No, I reckon he's... Oh gee, what are you going to do with that was? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, well, I am going to have a look at another angle just for fun. Oh, it's possibly in on that. Possibly between frames. It's got everything written about it. Let's have a look at it from another angle. Well, did it hit there? Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. I'm still looking at it. It doesn't really matter. Hopefully, if you're watching this and you want to give me a definite answer, I'll take it. And yeah, well, I gave it out. It's got to be conclusively not out for me to change it. and I reckon it's hit maybe there. Oh, I don't know. I grabbed the ball, thanks Tom. And I still don't really know what I'm going to do here. They've all walked away saying, I reckon that's out. That's what I think the bowling team has said anyway. Let's have a look at this. I'm just gonna give it to him. I thought, oh, jeez. I think it may be out, but lucky there wasn't a lot riding on it. It doesn't impact the game. We'll give it to him. I was looking for assistance. It didn't come, and whether it was conclusively in was arguable. Right. First game is gone, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, they want me to go out and give AK out there instead of Ben. So they've realised the stats already. Alright, let's go back into the first game. Testing. Right, this will be another game, the second game of the night, and Rupert Babies playing See You next Tuesday. Rupert's batting, Travers with Gareth, bowler might be Mike Hancock, it would seem. Yep, play ball, and we get started. He bowls, and batsman hits it on the leg side for 2. And he bowls this, and yeah, Gareth waves the wand and gets no result, no run. As Mike bowls this one to him, and would have been a wide, and he turns that into a 1. There we go. Hang on a minute. The dead ball, Mike doesn't realise, but the batsman there making sure that Cruz is going to turn the fridge light off. Yeah, Gareth was down the back there wanting the fridge light turned off. I said Gareth wanted the fridge light turned off, so he was down the back there. Yeah. And anyway, they've turned it off, play ball. So I knew what Gareth was doing. But the other batsman and the bowler had no clue. 2 runs there, last ball, so both of them just wanted to keep playing. They were oblivious to what Gareth was on about. Anyway, he plays that nicely. There's Phil Capper. They get 2, and that'll be the end of the over. We get 7 off the first. Yeah, Phil will be bowling next. Play ball. And he bowls to Gareth, and it's not a good ball at all, Phil, and a wide is what we call. And Phil's had a haircut. Leg side. He bowls this, and another leg side. Gee whiz, since he's showing up with this new hairdo, he's bowled 3 wides in a row. He comes in the bowl here, and he gets one on line. And what's Mike doing there? Gee, he does enough in the end to keep it off the net, but he made hard work of it. They get 1. And last ball of the over coming up here. And he bowls, and he smacks it. And that'll be 7, and that'll be the end of the over. So what did they get there? 14 off that filly, and 21 after 2 is the score. Right, looks like it's Stu Gaffney. Play ball. And he's going to be bowling left arm around the wicket play. He bowls to Travers, and he gets hits it on the offside, and they pick up 2. It's 7:15 p.m. at the moment, and 20 degrees Celsius here at SEMA Sports in Balcatta. As Stewie bowls this, and it's a good ball. It's well and truly inside the line, and no run, no wicket. As Stewie about to bowl to Gareth. And he hits it across the line. It'll only be worth 2, which is what we pay. And he comes into bowl here. And short of a length, hits it in the air, falls safely. Would have been run out, they miss, and they get 2. Last ball coming up. Mate Stu. Bowls, nicely played, hit straight. Oh, it comes off it spins off at an angle and ended up going for 4 side net, back net, end of the over. So once that ball sort of landed after Gareth had hit it, it did actually change direction quite significantly. Whether it should have still gone for 4 is debatable. But anyway, that's what it did happen. Nick Ingerson, I reckon. We haven't seen this bloke for ages. Play. Yep, his name's still in the system. Play ball. Yep. So I don't remember the last time I saw Nick. But he bowls, and that's Gareth, and they get 3. He comes in the bowl to Travers. He smacks it, and would have been run out if they hit the stumps. They don't. Bit of a half token gesture of an effort there by the bowler to try and catch that. He didn't really want to know. Almost picked up the run out, but didn't. He smacks that, and Stewie, that'll be good night, Nurse. So the batter's on his way there. Well short is a good piece of fielding by Stu Gaffney. As he comes into bowl here to Travers. Leg side it is, so we call it. Nice throw by the keeper, but batter back in his crease. Last ball. He bowls this one, and he hits that pretty well, but in the air. And I don't know what Mike Hancock was doing there. He just let the ball go over his head, and that's the end of the over. So he kept his back to the play and just looked on as the ball hit the side net and the back net. He was waiting for someone else to do something, and no one did. Anyway, you can do what you like, I suppose. Play ball. Steve McLean. And he bowls, and he beats the bat, and it's well fielded by Luke, and direct hit would have had him. Not the case. It's Luke Price that's doing the wicket keeping. Yep. And he bowls here, Steve, and he plays it nicely, does Travers, and they'll get 2. And there's our mate Damien just walking past me. Used to play for Gunnamo on a Thursday night, hoping to get the team back together. I've been talking to him a bit on Tuesdays, trying to encourage that fact. Get them back on a Thursday night, and at the moment he's down here on a Tuesday night watching his wife and his daughter play netball on a Tuesday, so still good to see him and his family down here involved in the centre. That's Travers hitting that for 2, and there's 1 ball to go, 48 on the board, and 1 ball to go on the 5th over. As he bowls, and off the leg, and they'll get 1, and that'll be the end of the over. And Travers has picked up 32 off his own stick here, 17 to Gareth, and Luke Price will bowl. Looks to be a break in the netball at the moment, and looking at the time, I would suggest that that would have been the end of a game, and the new game's about to start probably. 7:20 I think is the next start time for the netball games, and there'll probably be a game on Bay 13 and MCG. It looks like that'll be the case. Play ball. Anyway, they haven't started yet, so we've got no scores. Beats the bat outside off stump. They get nothing. Lukey. And yeah, it's only 1 hit the back net at my end. They get through for the single. Jeez, I've gone through some cough lollies over the last couple of days, the strepsils. And that's the leg side. And we'll re-bowl that. I've had to umpire indoor cricket the last couple of nights to pay for my medication habit. And yes, I've been hitting the old medication pretty hard in the last couple of days, all sorts. 2 not out, 2 runs, last ball, Super Ball. Yep. All legal prescriptions or things that I've bought. 55 last ball. I wonder if they're thinking about going for the shot for the big to get the free drink here. It doesn't seem that way, judging by that. They get 2, and that'll be the end of the over. Anyway, they come out with 57, and that's good going. Looks like John Layden and Pete Dennison will come in next, so we'll put their names in. Netball game just starting on the MCG, and probably the case on Bay 13 as well. And I think at 8:40 tonight we'll have a one game of cricket there on the MCG. Mike Hancock's going to bowl here. And Pete Dennison on strike, batting with, as I said earlier, John Layden. Play ball. Yep, play. So he comes into bowl. And a bit of outswing for him, and enough swing to beat the bat as it turned out. He bowls. And also good enough. Third ball. Luke just putting the bails back on there. Comes into bowl this one. And that's clean bowled him, so he's going to have to put the bails on again, is Luke. Or maybe, no, that's right, my mate Nick's going to help him out this time, that's nice of him. Anyway, not a golden duck for Pete, but third ball duck nevertheless. And never great when you get out for none. Anyway, that misses the bat, and no run, last ball. And John Layden has been batting brilliantly so far in this partnership. He hasn't faced a ball. And slower ball, and he won't face the next one either. That'll be the end of the over. So they get 1 for that. And Pete faced every delivery, and they gave us -4. And John yet to face a ball, and he won't be facing the first one in this over either, as we just said. Phil Capper. Play ball. Yeah, he didn't have a very good first over, Phil. And that's good enough this time. And we caught him for 3 wides in his first over, and then he got hit for a 7 at the on the last ball as well. That one's been hammered, and it hits the stumps, but no one's touched it beforehand. And there's no appeal, which there shouldn't be, and it's 4 run. As he comes in the bowl here, and John hits it on the leg side, and they pick up 3. As Phil bowls to Pete, and he hammers it again. And it's found a way to hit the side net, and we have to pay 3, which we do. Last ball. And beats the bat. He gets him, so the keeper's fallen for that one. And that's the end of the over. They have a bit of a laugh and a smile about it. End of the over. Anyway, the fake throw from the keeper, and then the batsman stepped out of his crease, and he got him. Stu Gaffney, play ball. Play, mate. So he's bowling left arm around the wicket, and a full toss. He hits it pretty well, but in the air, and Mike Hancock takes the catch one-handed, and that. Just gives the fielding team a little bit of something to go along with there, with that wicket being taken. That's a nice shot by John, and they get 2. And this is Stewie bowling to Pete, and he hit it well again across the line. Wasn't the most technically correct shot I've seen, but he hit it well, and he's actually hit the ball very nicely throughout this partnership so far, has Pete Dennison. Stewie bowls to John, and that's a pretty good cricket shot, and picks up a couple. It's fumbled down the back, and they get through. Last ball. And Stewie, he's coming in the bowl to Pete. And Pete hits it very nicely again. He's liking the leg side shots tonight, and that'll be the end of the over. So I reckon all four that he's hit well have all gone on the leg side. So he's doing a bit of a Paul Gower from the Stingrays, who's also been renowned for that shot. Play ball, and we haven't seen Paul Gower for a while either. How you going, mate, if you're watching? I reckon there's bat on that. It doesn't matter as he doesn't take it. They get one. And he bowls this, and that's an edge as well. This should be out, and no, he's fumbled it. And missed out on an opportunity there. Did the see you next Tuesday team. And 1 run is the result. And that's hit away by Pete, just the one this time. As we make Damo, we mentioned Damo earlier. Not only is his wife and daughter playing netball, but he's also decided to buy a couple of drinks. It's very good, mate. And he just has a quick look at me as he walks past. 2 runs, last ball. Nick Ingerson, and he comes in the ball to Pete Dennison, and he hits it on the leg side, and they'll pick up 2, and that'll be the end of the over. So, 1 for 18 for Nick, 12 off 4 for this pair. Steve McLean. And, they've got it up to 69, although see you next Tuesday's fought back a bit during this partnership. Play ball with just 12 runs after 4 overs. Play, Steve. So Steve comes in the bowl to Pete, and Pete plays it straight to Phil, and he has a bit of a senior moment, we'll call it, and he fumbled it. They got 2. It was straight to him. He was going to be right in the game with a run out there if had he have taken that cleanly. He bowls, and that's inside the line. It's nicely fielded by Luke again, and he's done that 2 or 3 times tonight with a direct hit at the bowler's end from the keeper's end. Steve goes to John, and in the air it lands just in front of Stu Gaffney. He was a little bit fortunate from a batting perspective, and they get 2. And he comes in the bowl here, and that was a risky shot that ended up he got away with it. They got 1. And last ball. And that'll be gone. So just making sure he's got the ball in his hand, which he has. And that'll be the end of the over. And they won't be checking that. That wicket just keep see you next Tuesday on top in terms of how this particular partnership is going. And Luke Price will be the next bowler. Play ball. And he bowls to John. And John hits it on the leg side, and they pick up 2. Oh, come on, Simon's arrived from the Sharks. That's a wide just quietly, and we'll give the batting team a re-bowl on that one. Yeah, Lukey bowls and off the body, and they get 1. He comes in the bowl. This is a slower ball, but the batsman hits nicely on the leg side. But Dunny picks up just the 1 run. A couple of balls to go in this partnership. They're on 75 in total. He comes into bowl now, and he hits it nicely on the leg side, and they pick up 2. And there's last ball, super ball coming up here. And he bowls and outside edge there. They get 2 on the super ball, and that'll be the end of the over. And looks like we might have a pair of Vandermeers coming out to bat next. That'll be Daniel and Damien. So there you go. Brothers they are, brothers in arms, and yep, as I say, the Vandermeer brothers. And I reckon Ross from the old Moles is related to these blokes. Might be nephews, I think, from memory. I ran into him on the weekend at the shops with him and his wife, and actually we've had a big week in terms of running into people. But Ross and his wife were there on the weekend, so was Rolf Chorley and his wife and kids. We ran into them. Play ball, there was someone else, I can't quite remember, but I regularly run into people from down here, down at the Whitford shops when I'm there, which is, most days. 2 runs there, it's Mike Hancock bowling. Two. I reckon I even saw Cameron Fawcett down there a couple of Sundays ago. We didn't stop and chat, we just nodded and kept walking. But we knew who each other was. You never know who you're going to run into when you go down there. 2 runs there, last ball. Even seen a Father Christmas stall set up there just outside Coles. And I'm not too sure who it is that's dressing up as Santa this year down at Whitford's, but I'm pretty sure it's not Steve Howe, and that's the end of the over. They get 1. I thought it might be 6 months ago, but I don't know that he'd fit into the suit all that well now, as he's dropped a few kilos the last couple of times I've seen him. Play ball, Phil Capper, and this will be out, and it is, so that's good work by Phil, and Daniel will run out on that one. Yeah, I'm just thinking we also, we often run into Tyler, I reckon it is, from Balls Deep, quite often down at the Whitford shops, and also Matty Good, fairly frequently on a weekend as well. There's numerous others, 3 runs there. You smack that and you'll get 5 runs for it. Last ball. And somehow or another we've possibly got the batters the wrong way around. 7, and that'll be the end of the over. So I'll make that Damo, that Daniel, we'll put in the 7. And we should be pretty close to having the right stats now, although it might not be spot on play ball, but it's a bit closer than it was before I changed the names over. Play ball. Phil Capper 2 for 30. Daniel Vandermeer hits it for 2. And Stewie bowls, and I reckon the only error we've really got there is we gave, I think, Damien run out, and it should have been Daniel. Anyway, we move along with the game. They've got 103 runs in the 15th over. He bowls, and he smacks it in the air, lands, oh, well caught. I was going to say land safely, but no, Steve having none of that. He took the catch, and well done by him. As Ben's at the bar from the oddballs, and these cruisers coming now to serve him, I would suggest. So all good. 2 runs there. And last ball. And Daniel on strike here and scores back on 100. And he bowls. So full toss, it wasn't too high. The throw comes in, not out, and that'll be the end of the over. And I don't think they'll be checking that. The oddballs are still here, and there's 4 of them enjoying a drink, and they'll probably settle in for the evening. That's what they do, which is great. And they've got a young lady with them as well, so there's 5 of them having a few drinks. Play ball. So it looks like one of the players may have called it a night. They played with only the 5 players tonight, and we're still too good for the Stingrays tonight, as it turned out. Nick bowls, and no, but it hit your leg, didn't it? Anyway, no run there. The batsman's leg, and Nick comes in to bowl to Daniel. And short and wide, and we call that, as you do. He smacks it into the top net, and they only get 1. Last ball. Bowls to Damien, and he hits it pretty well, and he's almost caught that on the rebound, and then it's gone for 3. End of the over. He almost couldn't believe his good fortune there for a moment, Steve. It was hammered at him. The ball popped up after he got hands to it, and he realised, hang on a minute, I might be able to catch this. And no sooner had he realised that, he spilt it and went for 3. But anyway, a tough chance nevertheless. Play ball. Steve is the bowler. Play ball. So this is Steve McLean. Deadrock just standing outside the office looking to get in. I reckon that's just okay. We'll call it good. It was a tight call. Yeah, so Deadrock on his phone, and he's just outside the office door. And he's been let in. And that'll be a win. And Damien, 2. And he's bowling here to Daniel, and he plays it nicely, and they get 2. This looks like being 1, and it is. Last ball. I wonder what Deadrock got up to today. I wonder if the world has benefited in any way, shape or form due to anything that he might have done today. Leg side, and that'll be the end of the over. Luke Price will round out the innings here. Play ball. And he bowls to Damien. And that'll be 2. And he gets an underneath edge. And they get 1. Out of his crease as he hit that, so otherwise I would have paid the no ball, but I reckon he was out of your crease when you hit it, and he gives me the thumbs up as he understands my explanation. He hits that nicely. Nice drive there by Daniel, and they pick up 2. And last ball, Super Ball, 121, they are 42 the pair, and let's see how we end up here. And we end up with probably 4 runs, and that'll be the over. Thanks, boys. I'll grab the ball. Thanks, Phil. Luke's got none for 29. Somebody grab us the ball. Yeah, thanks, Stu. Anyway, 125's not a bad innings there for the Reaper babies. Looks like Stewie's going to give us the ball, which is good. Thanks, mate. Yeah, that works. I'll give you that one. And we're all happy as we go around the grounds for the netball and just see how that's all going. And looks like Artie Co are on 13, playing Nettie S, whatever that stands for. They're on 9. That's in the third quarter with 6 minutes to go on the MCG. And there's a lady umpiring that game. I actually don't know the netball umpires all that well, if at all. That's okay. That may change in time. And Bay 13, it's a dead heat at the moment. There you go. Dream Team and Spice Girls, 16 apiece. 5 and a bit minutes, or nearly 6 minutes to go in the third quarter there. So that's a pretty good game at the moment, no doubt. Yep, it's 20 degrees here in Balcatta at Senior Sports. It's 7:42 p.m. And we'll get through, we're halfway through the night actually for me tonight, which is probably not a bad thing. And, we'll get through these games and go back home and go back and lie on the couch and watch Netflix while we try to recoup and prepare ourselves to hopefully be able to get through the rest of the week. Stewie and Steve. So that's who will be the batting, the two batters. And it's like John Layden just warming up down the back there, so he may be opening the attack, it would seem. That will be the case. And play ball. No Paul Nolan tonight. How you going, Paulie? You definitely could be tuning in for this. I hope you are. Anyway, nicely driven, but straight back at the bowler, and there's no run. 125, a decent score. Hoping for an entertaining game. And hits it well, but in the air. Oh, Damien! He comes from nowhere, really, because it was closer to Daniel than it was to Damien, where the ball ended up landing. And he stuck out the left hand and took a one-handed catch. And that's almost as exciting as watching Adam Pearce come through the door from the Ants, because that's just happened more or less at the same time, a split second afterwards. So both very exciting moments in my life, the one-handed catch and the arrival of Adam Pearce. Over the wicket, John Layden comes in to bowl to Stewie, and he hits it well, and there's Daniel, and he keeps it off the back, and it'll be 3. Last ball. By Sherpa watching on to my left, watching his team in the field here, and that'll be the end of the over. Right, so we get through the first over. It's a maiden over. And it might be, and it will be, our friend Gareth Davies. Sean Fuller's another bloke that's not here at the moment. G'day to you, mate, if you're tuning in, and there's a few others. Ash is another one that could be watching. Play ball. And maybe they've got a few in their squad, as most teams do. That was catchable, although it was hammered. And I reckon Daniel got a hand to it, but it's found its way to the bat net on the full for 7 runs. Gareth bowls, and leg side it is, and that's what we pay. Gareth to Steve, and hits it nicely, well fielded by Pete. That'll be Pete Dennison doing the work there on the leg side, and saved his team a run there. Well done, Gareth Stew. And he bowls, and full toss, not a high one. Pete Dennison, gee whiz, like a hawk. He's patrolling that area there, and he was anxious to get a throw away actually, but neither batsman left their crease, so he ended up throwing the ball at John in the end, unintentionally. Gareth comes in to bowl to Stu Gaffney, and he whacks it, full toss. There's Daniel, keeps it off the back again. They get 3, and that is the over. Yeah, the first over was a maiden, not so lucky there. They got 13 off that one, not so lucky for the Reapers. And Damien van der Meer will be bowling. Play ball. And yep, he's coming in the bowl now. And not a bad ball. In the air, that'll be caught, so he doesn't drop catches like that, especially off your own bowling. As he comes in the bowl here, and probably would have been a wide. Anyway, it goes to side net, back net, and we pay 4. Daniel, or Damien, Steve, and he plays a nice shot, and Damo's there. He looked where he was throwing the ball rather than watching the ball into the hand on that piece of fielding, and they got 2. He bowls here, and that'll be out. It's really good wicket keeping, and a little bit of a brain fade by the batsman. Last ball, because he's just missed that, and then stepped out of his crease to give Travers the stumping. Right, Damo. He bowls to Stewie and hits that one on the leg side. There's John Layden, and I reckon that's in. And that's the end of the over. So 2 for -1 for Damien off his first over is pretty good. And just keeps the batting pair in check, really, as 12 runs have been scored after 3. And who's this now? Might be Pete Dennison, play ball. Yeah, Pete Dennison. And he bowls a short ball that Stewie only hits for 2. As he bowls over the wicket to Steve, and that was short also, but Steve just hitting a 1 out of that. So, yeah, that's what's happened those last 2 balls. Around the wicket, he's now going to go again to the left-handed batsman, and he hits it to John Layden, who does a pretty good job. The throw comes in, and they only get 1, so that worked out pretty good for the Reaper babies. As Pete comes in here to bowl to Steve, and he plays completely across the line of the ball there, the angle of the ball, and got 2 runs on the leg side. And last ball around the wicket is our mate Cherie shows up to play netball. Now, she won't be working here, but she's going to play, and that'll be the end of the over. And that's right, she worked here for many years, and just grabbing a chair and going to sit down watching the game of netball that's on the MCG at the moment. Probably going to be playing on that court afterwards. Play ball, John Layden. And he's going to bowl to Stewie. And there's a chance there of a stumping, which somehow or another Travers managed to miss the stumps. Johnny bowls to Stewie. Full toss, he hits it well. Damien, he was there, and I tell you what, that would have been all over for the batsman if they'd hit the stumps. It missed, and they picked up 4 runs. Yep, they're on 23 at the moment after 4.2 overs. And nicely driven. Pete Dennison, this time he can't get a handle on it. He was fielding on the leg side earlier where he was in the play early. That time he's on the offside, and that time he wasn't able to field it cleanly. Over the wicket is Johnny. And that's in the air, but over the head of everybody, including Daniel, who was the man that was the only closest one to it. And they get 7, last ball. And that keeps the partnership going fairly well here for see you next Tuesday. And that'll be the end of the over. so 32 after 5. And each pair basically need to be getting around about the 40 mark to do their fair share in this batting performance for senior next Tuesday, if they hope to be able to get anywhere near chasing 126 to win. This is Damo again, play ball. So Damien, and he bowls to Stewie. Leg side re-bowl, and easy call for me on that one. Yep, so we haven't had Daniel hasn't had a bowl in this partnership. Anyway, Damo again. And it's a very good ball. And right on the money that was. Pretty much the Yorker length delivery on the stumps, and the batsman played over the top of it. And he was castled. Gareth comes to try and put the bails on. He's having trouble doing that. And yeah, looks like that might have worked that time. We'll see if they stay on. As Damo comes in the bowl, no ball off the pitch. And he aimed that around about the same spot as he aimed the previous ball. The only difference was the last one, the previous ball swung in, and that one didn't swing at all. And that's why he ended up with a no ball off the pitch. That's well done by Pete Dennison that kept that off the nets up the front here, and then John also managed to keep it off any net down the back. Leg side. So again, couple of runs there for senior next Tuesday. And Damo comes in the bowl to Steve. Nicely driven, well fielded by Pete. And last ball, super ball. Pete's up and about in the field tonight, it's fair to say. As well, yeah, 2 balls to go, sorry. 2 balls to go, not 1. So it's not super ball, there's been 3 extras. And yep, so now there'll be 1 ball. Yep, so now it's last ball, super ball. And let's see what they can do here. They won't want to lose a wicket. Wide. So we can give you 1 more, but this will be the last re-bowl because that'll be 4 extras. So the limit is 4, unless it's the last over of the innings, then it's unlimited. But what are we going to get? It's good enough, so that's okay. And that'll be the end of the over. And that's closer to bold than it is what. Hey? What's the tactic? Well, I can't help that, Stewie. So the batter's saying there that that's not fair because that's a tactic by the bowler. You bowl shit down the leg side, even if it's not a wide, and you can't hit it for 7. And for some reason, Stewie wanted me to do something about that, and the answer is that there's nothing I can do. I'll call a wide when it's there, I won't when it's not, and I can't stop the bowlers from trying to bowl the ball into the body so that they can't get away an easy shot to the back net. Imagine trying to bring in a rule like that to see how long that lasted and how well it was received by bowlers in particular. Right, so Travers is going to bowl, play ball, and Mike Hancock and Nick Ingerson, or Ingwerson might be. And that'll be underneath edge and doesn't go for any. Yep, your mate Trav comes in, my mate Mike, and he bowls and hits it nicely. And Damo in the game, he hits the middle stump with a throw, and his teammates are pretty excited about what happened there. Yep, they pick up a wicket. He bowls and in the air. And, Johnny, he spilled it. Could be right. So the batsman's given up there. He just assumed that was going to be out caught, and he dropped it, and he's now realised it now. And he had no idea. He thought it was caught. It wasn't. It looked like Johnny was going to hang on to it, but he found a way to spill it. Anyway, Daniel ran him out, and all that really matters there as far as the reapers are concerned is that the wicket was paid. And this could be another one. Oh, gee, that's a little bit unlucky for the batsman, but because he hammered a full toss back at the bowler who got a hand to it, and then it ricocheted to Daniel, and he took the easy catch in the end. Last ball, so and the long and the short of it is that Travers has got a hat-trick here, and he's bowls this one, and they don't get any more, and that's the end of the over. But he's got 3 for -15, and as I say, he got a hat-trick, so he'll be happy with that, I reckon. All right, so where are we going to head to here? Might be Pete Dennison having a bowl. And yep, Travers is going to come back down here after having bowled, and he will wicket keep. Right, play ball. And, he comes in the bowl and he beats the bats, and there'll be no run, and it'll be third ball coming up. Yep, so third ball, and he comes in the bowl and it's short and he hits it, and John Layden's there. Doesn't matter because he's hit the stumps, the batsman's in, they get 2. And he bowls, and yeah, straight to Gareth, and yeah, that doesn't miss the stumps by a long way, but and perhaps one of the fielders, maybe John there, might have been able to maybe come forward there and try to take the stumps. That didn't happen. A wide. Last ball. Yeah, Chris Sells here, and so is Bailey Britton, so some of the ants have rocked up. And 2 runs there. And that's the end of the over. Yep, still got most of the oddballs there, enjoying a few beverages after their comprehensive victory that they had tonight. There's also a few of the Stingray guys still here having a drink, which is great to see too. Play ball, Gareth Davies. Yep, people love it down here, and why wouldn't you? That's 4 runs. That'll be no run. Yeah, Chris Sell at the counter there. Bruce is looking after him. And Gareth bowls, and he hits that across the line, and it manages to hit the net. And it's just one of those things that happens. Didn't look like Pete was too happy with that, but those things happen. It's just a ricochet. There's no deliberate, interference that you could even think about paying in an instance like that. So we give them the 2 runs. And that's a lucky shot. It's an outside edge. It would have gone down the throat of a first slip, which they don't have. Last ball. Gareth bowls to Nick. And a nice drive, but Damo, yes, he hit middle stump last time from that position. That was pretty much the same result. And that's the end of the over, so Nick will be at this end. Yep, and he had plenty of time to line that up with Damo. And it was a very similar situation to the run out he affected earlier on. And Travers, our mate Trav, likes to wicket keep for the Reapit Babies, but like everybody, he's got to bowl 3 overs, just like everyone else in the team. Play ball, and I don't reckon he minds, he bowls okay. Oh, Damo again, again the same spot, and this time he misses the stump. We get a bit excited there as we were almost anticipating that he would hit the stumps again. Didn't manage it that time. But Trav bowls to Mike, and he thinks that's going to be a wide, so he lets it go. It spins back and hits him. And lucky it hit him, because for me it's lucky it hit him, because therefore there was no chance of a wide. But if it hadn't have hit him, that won't be out by the way too. if it hadn't hit him, he might have been looking at me to sort of say, where's me wide? He wasn't anticipating the ball coming back so sharply. He hits that in the air, just outside the outstretched hand of Gareth, and Travers does the fielding down the back there, and his throw just misses the stumps, and they get 2. Last ball. Trav, last ball of the 10th over, and he bowls, and he uses his feet nicely, the batsman does, and he gets side net, bat net for 4 as the kick from Travers hit the stumps. He was well in. End of the over. Anyway, Trav's still going okay, 3 for -5, but 10 runs coming from that over. Come on Simon at the back, and desperate for someone to talk to because his teammates aren't here at the moment, so he's going to have to talk to some of the hands. Play ball. Looks like they're going to accommodate him. He smacks that, it was short, and Daniel goes for the tap. He could have probably grabbed that, I reckon. He had a little bit more time than he might have realised. Could have caught the ball off the bat net and actually thrown it rather than tapped it. Anyway, this time it's a misfield and they get 3. Just a bit of friendly advice from me. Easy to tell people what they could or should do when I'm up here and they're down there. That's actually inside the line. So it came back out, 50-50 on the height, and that's what he was actually asking for on the end, was the height, I think, more than the wide. And he smacks it. He wasn't overly upset. He hit that for 7. That'll make his day just that little bit brighter. And he's hit 2 7s, and this over has Mike Hancock, last ball, and that's helping him a lot. Here's a chance of a run out, and that'll be gone. So I pay this, and what are they going to do? No, they are. Okay, so I reckon Nick looked at his mates, and they've told him he's out, and then he's gone for the review. That's what it looked like to me. Anyway, I can tell you now this will be gone. And he didn't. They're all talking about how close it might be. Well, it'll be out. Is what it'll be. And there it is. And it's not close at all. So it's a shocking review. And he's looked for his mate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a bit frames. And the first frame he's in the air. So yeah. Hey. Oh, okay, yeah, well, it was in the hand, yeah. All right, play ball. So, that'll be a dot ball. So Mike just saying that he wasn't sure, couldn't see the ball in the fielder's hand, which is why he wanted to review it. But I don't reckon that's what everyone else thought. I think Nick and the others weren't querying that. They were just querying the fact that they thought it was in, maybe, which it was nowhere near. So Mike's just hit the back net. Now he's told this batsman to hit the side net. Good enough. Has it gone out? Well, they weren't running, so we pay the ball. So neither batsman was looking to run there. And at the moment they need 2 for the skin. Daniel's the bowler. He bowls to Nick, and he hits a nice shot straight at Pete. And it was a nice shot, only got 1 for it. And it's last ball super ball, and any score gives see you next Tuesday the skin. And otherwise we'll have a tie or a loss, obviously, if they get out. I reckon it's in, and it's going to be a tie. So I don't reckon it's a wide. And there's no argument. I will have a quick look, but I don't reckon that was a wide. And it was pretty much a straight delivery that was always going to be inside the line from where I'm sitting. And we'll just have a quick look because there's a little bit riding on that decision. And we'll have a look now and just make sure we haven't screwed anyone there. All right, let's have a look. Jeez, oh, it's tight. It really is tight. There's an argument. Oh, jeez. It's touch and go for on the line. probably, as it passes the crease. Anyway, we had to make a call. It was a line ball call, and we went with the bowler's favour. Play ball. And not out, so I give that one. I reckon that's in. And don't think they're going to look, or are they? No? Okay, so confident that was in for what it is worth. Right, so he bowls, and that'll be Phil hitting it for 2. Bowler is Gareth. And he bowls this, and it's a leg side, and we make the call. He bowls this one to Luke, straight to Damien. This will be out, and so Luke's got to come back and run out, that is. And it's last ball coming up. As he bowls, and that'll be 1. End of the over. And a good over there for the Reaper babies and Gareth. Travers is going to be bowling again. Anyway, they need 66 off 5 overs. Play ball. And he bowls to Luke and hits it straight. And Damo with the fielding. They get 1. John Swindles has also joined us on the sidelines, watching for the Reaper babies. And is that Pete? Yeah, that's Pete Dennison taking a very good catch as the wicket keeper, and he held the ball up just to show me to make sure there was no chance that I'd miss seeing it. And there you go. A round of applause from the blokes on the sidelines, and a suggestive sort of fist pump there for Pete Dennison. Good work. Right, nicely played by Luke, 2. As Phil Capper is going to be facing this delivery, and beats the bat, well bowled, and a nice amount of turn there for the bowler. Last ball. He bowls this one to Phil, short, hits it well on the leg side, and well fielded, and they get 2. End of the over. Travers has ended up with 4 for -5. He won't be wearing the hat next week, you wouldn't think, based on that. The hat that the Reapers make them wear, and they have stats of worse than -10 or -10 and worse, and if they're the worst stats person for the game. Anyway, Travers won't be fitting into that category. This is Daniel van der Meer. Play ball. So we just wait for the keeper to get his gloves on. He's done that, and we move on. And he bowls. And nicely struck by Phil, and that's Damo down there. And I reckon that possibly would have been gone with a direct hit on that occasion, but he missed, and they get 4. Nicely driven and well fielded by John Layden, and he kept the ball off the side net, and they get 1. He comes into to bowl again here, and a wide ball, so this is definitely a wide, and plus an extra run. Yep, it's no, not out. It's exceptionally good wicket keeping, but not out nevertheless. Last ball. hits that straight. And there's Pete Dennison, and that'll be the end of the over. They get 1. Daniel's got none for 15. This pair has 10 after 3. And there you go. Yeah, my laptop, well, the screen and the laptop computer have something written on the bottom there. Watch list, ideas, play ball. Yeah, that means shit to me. That doesn't. I've got no idea what they're talking about there. Maybe that's a TV show that's either on or coming on, and anyway, they're telling us that it's going to be something worth watching, but I really don't know, and I don't really care all that much. That pretty much, well, I reckon that one skimmed his stomach, and anyway, he just rubs it a bit, and they get 4. So just making contact there. He hit it pretty hard too, so might have just stung him a little bit. I'll give him 2 for that. I think that's what it was. Yeah, mate, Rishi at the back of the net there in the corner, just next to the soccer goals, doing some limbering up exercises. Anthony Campbell walks through the door, and all of a sudden I feel just a little bit more inspired about being here. They get 1 last ball. And there's Pete Bowles. It's a good ball actually. It squares him up. And I reckon it's out. And what do you reckon, Phil? Yeah, Phil says I'll have a look. This is tight and it's a direct hit, which will always bring them into it. And you can hear people on the sidelines going close, and we'll see how close it is. It's either 2 or out. We've fired in, and I've just missed it. There we go. They all go not out because I hurried it along. Let's have a look here. It looks like we're going to get a clear view, and it's Goodnight Nurse, so he's out. And it's actually 3 and a bit frames in the end, so nowhere near as close as what some of us thought for a moment it might have been, including me. I thought it was a little bit closer than that, but it's not the case. So end of the over. Swap ends. Yeah. Anyway, that was actually quite a big margin for a decision to have to be made at the bowler's end. Right under my nose, and yeah, significant margin that he was out by. Play ball. Anyway, Damo's going to be bowling, and Luke Price is batting, and he lets it go, and it's not wide. So I cannot help. 53 off 9 balls. Good luck. And that might be 5 of them, though, and that helps. That'll be out, I reckon. It is, yeah. So Phil obviously left with no choice either but to go for a big shot, and probably not his natural game, and he's got out caught there. And this one's also in the air, and they're going to think, yeah, that's spectacular, and yeah, they'll be milking that for what it's worth, and yeah, hands in the air, rounds of applause on the sidelines. Smiles everywhere, and it was a great catch there by our mate Travers. So we talk him up. Anyone on YouTube seeing that would have been pretty excited about what they saw. On a hat trick he come, last ball he bowls, he smacks it, and all of a sudden they get 7, and that's the end of the over. And that was a great shot by Luke, to be fair. It's still going. Right off the out of the screws, and yeah, sensational shot in response. Right, 51 off 1 is what 1 over that is, and that won't be happening. Play ball. And that'll be 1. Should pick up the... they'll pick up maximum points here, Reapert, so they'll get this skin, and it'll be worth 2 points, this skin, because the second skin was a draw. 3 for that. Daniel, wide, and we pay it with a rebowl. as Anthony Campbell looks on from the sidelines. And he bowls. And nicely struck and well fielded again by that man, Pete Dennison. And he's been quite inspirational in the field tonight. And I reckon his teammates and both on the court and on the sidelines have appreciated his work, as have I. Oh, that's a catch that is a tough one. Got a hand on it, and it was going to be 7. The hand that he got on it at least made it hit the side net first, then the back, and we gave them 4. It would have been very unfortunate for the batter to get caught in that circumstance, but it nearly happened. And this should finish the game off. That won't be out. 4, not 47. 4, and that's the end of the over in the game. And it was in, so don't worry. Can I just grab the ball? Thanks, Trav. And another good game of cricket. And the Sharks and the Ants will be playing next, so hold on to your hat because that could be a beauty. See you soon. Alrighty, so we've sorted it out the way that they wanted us to here, and the Sharks are going to field first. And Rishi might be having a bit of each way here, perhaps playing in this game as well as playing in the game on the court next to us, which is going to start a little bit later than this one. So you might be doing a bit of batting and fielding for a couple of teams on different courts. Anyway, looks like Damo's coming out here to bat, and it'll be someone will be batting with him, we hope. And I think we might keep wearing this shirt fairly regularly, the t-shirt that I'm wearing tonight, because this is the one that seems to get the notice from people for some reason due to my weight loss efforts in recent times. So I came here last Wednesday wearing this shirt, and Scotty Brown, who's seen me on and off for 2 years, hasn't said a thing, said, gee Woz, you've lost weight. And I was wearing this shirt, and tonight 2 or 3 of the Reaper babies more or less said the same thing. You're on a fitness campaign, you Woz. Even John Layden said his daughter, who came down to watch him play recently, not really, but I'll be all right. I'll be good, don't worry. Adam just checking to see that I'm okay. He knows I'm not well because he was here last night. He says, "Are you much better?" And I said, "Not a lot better, but I'm here." And we'll get through. Play ball. Yeah, anyway, just to finish, anyway, Bailey comes in to bowl the first ball of the game, and it's a wide. Just to finish that story, John Layden, his daughter come down and watch him play cricket recently anyway, and he wanted to pass on the fact that even she had noticed that I'd lost a fair bit of weight in the last couple of years, which I have. 86 kilo I was on the button last Saturday morning when I weighed myself, 86.0. And it's as light as I've been, well, gee whiz, you'd have to go back a long way since I was lighter than that. I played outdoor cricket, at about 96, 97 kilo, got married at the same weight, more or less, and that was 1997. That would have been out, they get 2 last ball. Yep. So 1997, that's 27 years ago. And yeah, I don't know, would it have to be late 80s, I reckon, since I was anywhere near under 90. No ball, so he's flirting with that front foot line, and that one was a massive one. End of the over. So we call one because he's a long way over, hoping that he won't keep doing it. Bonnie, yeah, so I reckon it'll be, I don't reckon Hopesy would have seen me under 90 kilo prior to this time round. Play ball. Anyway, we're still going, and we'll see whether we can, just shave a little bit more off. Bonnie, and they get 5. You almost definitely lose a little bit of weight when you're crook. Not that that's the way you want to be losing it, but it usually happens that way. Because I can tell you that I haven't eaten much in the last couple of days. Anyway, had plenty of rest. He smacks that, and Simon's there, and they get 3. Last ball. And he hits it straight, and that'll be the end of the over. Yep, so Play ball, Andrew Connell. No ball off the pitch, and that's what we got. And beats the bat. Anthony Campbell didn't know what was happening here tonight. He came up to me a moment before this game started and said, "Are you a game behind?" Well, it's 4 runs. And I said, "No, mate, I'm not." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And then I said, "Oh, you must be playing." He said, 8:40. I said, "Oh, you must be playing in the game on the MCG." So he must have come down here tonight thinking that I'd be umpiring his game, and I'm not. Last ball. That doesn't mean we won't mention him if I can find reason to either compliment him or get stuck into him, depending on how well he plays on the MCG. That'll be the end of the over, and that's what it'll come down to, how he performs. Rishi, and he's going to be everywhere, this bloke, I reckon, playing in this game and the one next to us in a moment when it starts. Just waiting for the netball game there to complete. There's still about 10 minutes of start time there anyway. Play ball. Anyway, Rishi, yeah, come in and bowl, my man. And he does. And he hits that for 5. Yeah. And that'll be 2. And that'll be, it's 1, but it would have been run out if Andrew had hit the stumps. Off the bat, hits the nets at my end, so they get a single. Last ball, they've got 40 runs on the board, and it's only the 4th over. And there's Bailey, but they get 2, and that's the end of the over. Yeah, we didn't do justice last night in the commentary for the last game in particular. I was just about feeling like death warmed up by that stage. I was all good for the first couple. And when I say justice to the commentary, the Northie won their the Northie won their 3rd game in a row last night. Their first ever win on the WACA, and very exciting stuff, even though I didn't talk them up as much as I normally do. And Bailey was obviously playing in that game, and it was very exciting stuff to see that they've turned the corner. And yeah, they've had 4 wins in total, 3 in a row. And now Bailey's played in 2 winning sides, and they've had a win on the WACA. So their spirits are pretty high now, which is great to see. And it's actually very good for the competition on a Monday night to have Bailey's team doing well. Anyway, we'll speak about them with more enthusiasm next week. Simon has just been hammered by Damien for 7, and Simon looked surprised by that result, but I could easily predict that happening. And he bowls to Adam, and leading edge, and Bailey spills it, and Simon says, "Oh no," and that'll be the end of the over. Oh gee whiz. I'm telling you, he is definitely the unluckiest individual that I've ever met in my life, is Simon. And his antics on the court would reflect that. Yep, don't go into a betting syndicate or a lotto syndicate with that man. Do your own thing or do it with someone else. Play ball. But he's very unfortunate individual is Simon. Play ball, this is Paul Leckie, and he hits it straight. Well fielded by Vonnie. Oh, the throw didn't miss by much, and and nice work out by the our mate Bond. As Paul Leckie comes in to bowl at Damien, and it hits his leg, and Adam, the non-striker, appeals for LBW and wants me to give that out, as does a few of the other ants down the back there. And Damien was trying to get out of the way of that, but he couldn't do it. Hits it straight, and it's gone through to the back net for 5, I reckon. And yeah, Bailey just making sure I didn't miss it, and I didn't. As Paul Leckie comes into bowl here to Damo. No ball off the pitch, and we'll re-bowl that. He bowls to Damo. And that beats the bat. And there you go. Last ball, Super Ball. So obviously they're thinking here about the free drink. And that was a tentative shot, that last one. Can they get a wicket here to stop the free drink? He smacks it. Oh, it's hit the net and come back this way, and that shouldn't have happened. I don't know how it happened, but you get 6. I'm going to give you the runs, and that's the end of the over. Yeah, so that's hit the side net there, and it really should have gone from there towards the back. And they're all looking at each other, going, "That doesn't make sense. How on earth did that happen?" And anyway, it's a mystery, but that's what did happen. Yeah, Joel Wolfery and Chris Sell. Oh, what did that hit the net, mate? Yeah, there must have been some No. Yeah, no one seems to know where that last one went and why it came off back this way. Play ball. Anyway, it did. Bailey, outside edge, 1, Joel Wolfery. Chris Sell. Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, I'll be okay. Yeah, everyone's concerned about me now that they know I'm not 100%, but I'll be okay. And full toss and 2 runs. And this is Bailey, and he bowls, and leg side, and we do pay that. And moans down the back, that won't worry me. Anyway, this is Bailey coming in the bowl here, and there's Joel, and he hit a nice shot for 3. Last ball. Yeah, everyone a little bit concerned. I got Chris just checking that I'm okay, and so was Adam earlier. And, no ball too high, plus an extra 4, and that'll be the end of the over. Yeah. I don't like missing out, I've got to tell you, and you know, health or no good health or poor health. I like to be working, play ball. I like to be umpiring. I don't like to miss me dancing or me exercises these days, and you know, just try to get through. And this is going to be 1. And I went into this week thinking we'll just take every day as it comes, and you know, hopefully be able to get through each and every night. If I was got to the point where I was not able to, I would say so. It's actually bold, and that's the decision we pay. Anyway, I'm happy that I got through last night, although the last couple of games were difficult for me. And that's 7, last ball. And tonight I'm going to get through this because I've only got just about 3/4 of a game to go. And if anything, we're a little bit better tonight than we were last night. But 2 runs there, end of the over. And you know, I mentioned my couple of, or 3 of my family members in recent times have had COVID, and I was a bit worried that I did, and you know, it'd be different if I did. I haven't. As far as I know, I haven't. I reckon that's out. What do you want to do, Chris? I direct hit, I give it. And no, he's okay with it. I tested yesterday and I was okay. I'm not sure that I'll get through the entire week that way, so I will check on and off every couple of days. And they get 7. And that's beating the bat. Yeah. And that'll be 1. And it's last ball coming up. And that's also 1. That's the end of the over. Rishi, 1 for 15 off 2 overs. And he might be, as I say, having a bit each way tonight, and having a bit of a game here and a bit of a game with on the court next to us when that gets started. Play ball. This is Andrew Connell. And he bowls. And nicely played by Chris. And we give him 2. So over the wicket, yep, so he's indicated he has done that. And Joel hits it straight. I actually reckon he's done. I reckon he's done it. You can check it if you like, but I reckon it's gone. And I reckon Vonnie's done very well there, because that ball looked like, well, it was going to hit the stumps directly. I reckon he's managed to get a hand onto that in front of the stumps and help it on its way. So I was very comfortable paying that run-out decision. 7 runs for Chris Sell. Pretty comfortable paying the 7 there as well. They're on 101 runs here, the Ants. It's only the 10th over. And that'll be more runs. Is that 5? So that's more runs for them. Last ball. Looks like Anthony Campbell might be opening the batting on that game on the MCG. That's 7 more. This the throw comes in for Rishi. Would have been gone. And that's the end of the over. And Chris Sell, 31 runs off 4 overs. Who would have thunk it? Anyway, sensational stuff by the great man. And 113 after 10. The Ants are looking pretty good. Play ball. Vonnie. And what can he do to stop the rot? And the answer's not much, although he could run him out, but no, he doesn't. And Chris Sell, that's his 3rd 7 in succession. Yep, his last 3 shots have all been 7s. And it doesn't get much better than that, does it, mate? And that's a misfield by Simon that goes for 5, so that also excites me. And no doubt it excites most people that is watching. So Simon's not happy about it, but that's what makes it hilarious. Anyway, he bowls. And inside edge by Chris that time. We'll forgive him. He's hit the last 3 for 7. Anyway, big chance for Chris to turn around and watch this game on replay later on now, because he's playing a starring role. 2 runs or out, and 2 runs is what we get. It would have been out if Vonnie had hit the stumps there, and it's last ball. And yeah, Vonnie's gone for 15 in this over himself, and we can now make that 20, because that's 5 more. And that's the end of the over. So all of a sudden it's certainly gone very pear-shaped for the Sharks, as 61 is the partnership. Still an over to go. Vonnie's got 1 for 38. So yeah, you've donated a few runs as well. And 133 is where we're at. Anthony Campbell going to be batting with Deadrock on the MCG with Cruz umpiring. Play ball. Excuse me, as Chris Sell hits another 7. Oh, gee whiz, I've got limited voice, it's fair to say, at the moment, but I can't miss out on praising this bloke tonight who's hit another 7. Nice shot by Joel, well filtered by Vonnie. 3 is what we paid. And he comes in to bowl. And leg side, he lets it go, we re-bowl it, that's what we do. As the game on the MCG's just started, Dead Rock team batting first against the Hooters. And Anthony Campbell about to face his first delivery. And we'll watch that, as it looks like it may have hit his leg. And he scampers through for a quick single. Yeah, it's hurt him. You can actually see him. He actually swore then. I didn't miss it. They get 2 here, last ball, super ball. So must have hit him in a spot on the leg where it just caused him a little bit of pain. Joel Wolfrey, 2, which is 4, and that's the end of the over. And Anthony tucks that one on the leg side for a single. And we'll keep a bit of an eye on Anthony and Dead Rock and co in that game when we can. And Bailey Britton, he's coming out here to bat with Alistair. And he's got the white hat on with the Swan Lager logo on the top of it. And play ball. This is Bailey. Bailey bowling to Bailey. And and Bailey beats the batter, Bailey, and there's no run. So Bailey Britton on 0 and Bailey Connell none for none in this over. As he comes in the bowl, Connell to Britton. Leg side, we get Bailey Britton off the mark. Colin Watney bowls on the MCG and Anthony Campbell hits it for 2. And Bailey Britton's in the air and he's going to be caught. So a wicket falls there. The Sharks need a few of them. And this time Alistair Laurie will be on strike as Bailey bowls. And the big hooping in swinger that he keeps out and they only get 1. There you go. There's a great fielding by Vonnie, but they get through for 1. That's the end of the over as the throw misses the stumps. And we currently have Hinchy and Hapesy both standing behind the counter there at the moment. And not all that often that you see the 2 of them there, just the 2 of them only, working side by side. One of them maybe, or some other workers that we have, but at the moment they're both there together. Play, or waiting for it's not Campbell either. Right, Bailey's just putting gloves on here. Anyway, play ball, and come on Simon, and he bowls. Bailey Britton hits it over his head for 7. Gee whiz, Simon, and oh geez. Julian Gangemi walks through the door and the crowd goes nuts. As Alistair, side net, bat net, and all of a sudden Simon's gone for 11 off 2. And gee whiz, this bloke bowls some cannon fodder. And it's right there for the batsman to exploit. Full toss again, it goes for 5, although Vonnie was there and he had every opportunity, but he hasn't hit the stumps. It's a tragedy. And Simon not going to come out with terribly good figures here at the moment unless things change dramatically, which I don't think they will. He bowls, and in the air, he gets a finger to it. The throw is there. Well, I reckon it might be. I'm going to go yes. I'm going to pay it. Yeah, let's have the review. I reckon he's just gone. Here we go. We've got 4 cameras to get us, and I took an eternity to give it. And Chris Sell wanted me to give it, and he's in the batting team, and I have given it, and oh dear, it's going to be, I could be right, I could be wrong. Oh, gee whiz, I reckon that's on the line. I'll just check another camera, but I reckon it's out. I reckon this is going to be out. We'll just check the full length camera. I reckon it might have been on the line from the old one. And we'll have a look. I reckon I'm going to be able to give this. Let's have a look. So is it a hit here or not? No, there it does. Where's the bat now? Gee, oh, I reckon that's on the line. Hang on. We'll go, just do the trial. New camera, hang on. I've got another camera. Don't give up on me. Let's use the new one. Got a hit there. So you got to watch this carefully. Right, watch the stump. Right, I reckon it hits on this frame. I reckon that's where it's hit the stump. Alright, well one more frame and they come off, but I reckon it's hit before that. Hang on. So it's going to hit there. Where's the bat? I'm happy to give, I'm going to stick with it. And we took a while to arrive at it, and I'm confident enough that that is just out, and that's what we went with. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's dawned on me it's not going to matter too much because they're on 161 and there's still 4 overs to go. Play ball. But I reckon it's on the line. And my call was out, and I did say close, just out, and I took a long time to give it, and that's the end of the over. And now that we've got through all that, we'll have another couple of ganders on it. Still reckon that's gone there. Yeah, play ball. Yeah, I reckon you can. The more I look at it, the more conclusive I reckon that is. Even from one of the other cameras. One run there anyway, Rishi Bowen. And smacks it, Bonnie! Oh! And it's at the point now where the Ants are barracking for the Sharks to hit the stumps more often and pick up a few wickets. And that'll be 1. And bowled him. Beauty, as they say, and last ball. And as I say, the Ants are down the back. They're Adam and Chris Sell reckon that's gold. They've just watched their teammate get clean ripped, and they're excited about that. They're not thinking about the team here. They're just thinking about ripping into these two. It's actually going to be 5 as it hits the silver bit. End of the over. It hit the silver little thing in the corner. And that's why the ball shot off at right angles. And yeah, the little silver doovie that joins the back net with the side now. And so basically the corner is what I'm saying, and therefore we paid 5. Play ball. Andrew Connell. And Alistair. No, not out. No, can't help you, not gonna. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Wide. They're going to run here, and they wouldn't have made it, but they miss. Yeah. Yeah. And he comes in the bowl here, and he was behind the stumps when it's not controlled, and it hit the back net. So I don't reckon it was a controlled tap. They don't dispute it. 2 runs. Last ball. in the air. 7 though, and that'll be the end of the over. Play ball, we move on, as you do. Oh, Simon, and Alistair, who have just made his day, well, Simon has, because he's come in to bowl a full toss cream puff, and Alistair's had no trouble hitting it for another 7. And I'll tell you what, we thank Christ we gave Simon that very close run out. That's a good ball, and because if we hadn't have done that, the figures would be even somewhat worse. It was good. No, it was good. 194 runs on the board. So, and that one would have been a wide. They hit it, we get 2. And Simon's gone for his fair share, I reckon you'll find, although he did pick up the 1 wicket so far. He hits that for 3. Vonnie! Yep, no cigar, they get 3. Last ball. Julian Gangemi batting with Clint Hinchcliffe there on the MCG. Simon, edge, and that's the end of the over. So Simon's ended up with 1 for 39, and there you go, 199 for the Ants with 1 over to go. I reckon the Ants are a slight chance of winning this game from this position. Play ball. Anyway, Paul Leckie is going to bowl. And, they're going to go for a run here, and it would have been out, but they miss. And the 200 comes up for the Ants. That's a good ball, beats the bat. Paul bowls, and off his leg. One run, they're pleading for the LBW. It looks like the oddballs might be calling in tonight. They've been drinking for a while. 3. Last ball, Super Ball, 8:57 p.m. And yeah, their game would have finished at about 7:05, so they've been going at it since then. A drop catch, they get... they run him out, and they'll end up with less than 200 now, and there you go. The Sharks strike back. Thanks, Paul. End of the over. We'll get the ball sorted out here. All right, we change the balls over, and we might just check out what's going on. I reckon Bay 13 might not have anything happening there at the moment, so they don't. And the MCG does, and it's a game of cricket happening there. And let's have a look there. 2 Dead Rocks teams come up in pink, and the Hooters in green. Don't really know what that's about on the scoreboard there, but I can tell you the Dead Rock team are on 84 in the 9th over against the Hooters, and Cruz is umpiring that game while Julian and Dead Rock are currently batting. Mike is bowling. There's no Andre tonight. So they're going to be struggling to know who to bowl people when, where to move the field and what order to bat, because they won't have Andre's expertise to guide them with all the decision making required by a captain. Anyway, the Ants are going to come out here and bowl. They're going to be able to afford to bowl a fair bit of crap if they want to, and still expect to get victory. Oh, Hitchens has hit a 7, and a nice effort by Julian Gangemi to save the crease at the bowler's end. On strike there, it might have been a wide, I reckon. Bowled by Kim. Just waiting on a couple of batters here, and anyone will do. Actually, Bailey's one of them, and I don't really care. But Vinci again. It's it for 4. Right, it will be Bailey and Vonnie. Yeah. Which one was that? The one that I... Oh, okay, yeah. No, everyone else did. Yeah. That's all that matters. Yeah. He was on the line. Yeah, I know. It was on the line, and we had to do the full duty of care to review it as out. Play ball, anyway. It was a popular decision with both teams except Alistair. That was the run out that we gave him out that he reviewed. Well, this is the stumps. All right, a couple of runs. What time is it? 9:01. And he bowls this to Vonnie. He smacks it. Side net, back net, and they get 4. In the air, and Alistair, they get 1. He bowls, and he hits it straight all the way, and it comes back a fair bit as well. That'll tell you that he middled it, and they get 7. If Bailey bowls all 18 overs, the Sharks could be a chance here, but he won't be bowling all that many. He'll only be bowling 3. And that'll be the end of the over. Anyway, there are Simon-like figures. None for 16 off 1. And they're up with the run rate required, actually. And a bit more. Play ball. Chris Sell, and he bowls to Bailey, and the ball was skied on the offside. Damien does the fielding, and they get 2 runs. And around the wicket, Chris is going to bowl, and he comes in to bowl to Vonnie, and good ball, Von. I can't help you there, mate, and I won't. Would have loved to have helped him out, but he knows that. I reckon on that occasion. It gives me a bit of a sneaky grin. That's hit straight, and there won't be any running there, and that is the right move. So it's 3rd ball coming up, and they need to score. And Bailey takes off early, and no one else saw that except me, and they let him get away with it. They get 1, last ball. So, yeah, well and truly took off before acceptances. Bailey hits that one. There's Chris, and he fumbles it. And it goes for 3, and that's the end of the over. And it won't matter that much, Chris, because you batted like an absolute jet tonight. So, you know, you're going to be okay, mate, whether you, you know, concede a few runs or not. He only conceded 6 for the over. Wasn't bad. Play. Joel Wolfrey. He bowls. Bailey wide, so Bailey lets that go, and we're going to pay that. Yeah. So So the wide gets paid. There's Joel bowls here, and there's Bailey. Yeah, and we mentioned Rishi having a bit each way tonight in these two games. So he's actually batting on the MCG now, and after he's finished that, he's going to come back and probably bat here. And that'll be 7, and that's what we play. No, mate, no. So we won't do that to Von because he was in. And he comes in to bowl this one and gets bat on it, and they get 1. So there's 1 ball to go. It's only the 3rd over. They've got 34 on the board, so they've started well over the wicket he bowls. And leg side it is, and that'll be the end of the over. Yep, so a good start for the Sharks. What have we got here, Damo? Yeah, Damo. Play ball. And beats the bat. So, yeah, that's what happened. And he bowls this one, and they get 2. Over the wicket. And he bowls, he hits it well. Well filtered by Bailey. That'll be out, and the non-striker's left early, and Vonnie has arrived late. And that means that'll be out. And around the wicket. And he bowls. And Bailey, that'll be good night nurse, as he's been out stumped. Last ball. Anyway, Kim bowls on the MCG, and Anthony Benedetti smacks it, and it comes off the fielder. That might have been, I do know him. Anyway, they keep it down to 1. He smacks that, well fielded, and that's the end of the over. And Dave Stevens, as was a fielder I was talking about there, for the Hooters, that wore that one on the body after it was smoked by Anthony Benedetti. Kim comes in to bowl again. Anthony goes for the big one. He hits the top net, the side net, it goes for 3. Play ball. Adam Pearce. He's going to be bowling. And it's exciting as he comes in. And Vonnie and Adam, he misfields it. And they get 2. Adam comes in to bowl to Bailey, and Bailey, yeah, nicely caught by Adam. He's had to come forward to take that catch, and he's done a good job of it. And as Adam comes in to bowl this time to our mate Vonnie. And this could be out as well. And it is, so you can come here, Bailey, I don't care. And Adam Pearce on a hat-trick at the moment, as he's taken 2 catches in a row off his bowling. And he comes in to bowl to Bailey. And a wide, that's not what you want to bowl on the hat-trick ball, last ball, but it's what he gave us. Very unfortunate, Adam. These things happen. As he comes in to bowl here. And a wide, and that's the end of the over. Yep, so we get through 5 overs so far this pair, and they've got 24 on the board. Fortunately, we can't give Bailey too much credit for that because he's only got 2. But who cares? The Northies has won 3 games in a row on a Monday night, play ball, and that's the most important thing as far as he's concerned. That hits his leg. Bailey or Alistair comes in the bowl. Bit of a false start for some reason. Don't really know what was happening there. Anyway, good ball. It doesn't miss the stumps by very much, Von. You're a bit lucky to avoid getting out there. Third ball. Mike has a bowl on the MCG and Anthony hits it in the air. He could be run out. No, they hold the crease and I can't watch anymore because I've got to watch this one. It's a wide. Here comes the throw, but not out. And again, not out. And we pay a wide +1. And anyway. No, it didn't. No. Yeah. Anyway, round the wicket. Yeah, round the wicket. And anyway, missed some of the play on that game next to me because I had to watch this one. And that's right, this game will take priority. He bowls and in the air and he's out caught. So it's not going too well for Bailey tonight. Them's the breaks, last ball, super ball. And he bowls and he beats the bat and that'll be the end of the over. So, yep, time to get off you two as Bonnie won't mind, he's got 25, Bailey probably not quite as happy. Fair to say. Looks like we've got Simon and Andrew coming out to bat here, which thrills me with enthusiasm. Play ball and off this body, and we won't be paying that. No run. Oh gee, Simon almost gone. Third ball. And Andrew's batting left-handed here for some reason. And he would have been run out, although he wouldn't have believed it. If that had hit the stumps, I would have had to go through the process of firing him. And then we would have had to go through the review process because he would have thought that was close enough to be in, which it wouldn't have been. Anyway, we've all sung that song and heard that story numerous times in the past. What have we got here? Last ball coming up, and he bowls and he hits it straight. And that's the end of the over. And just a bit of information from my mate Alistair. We called him for a wide on the third ball of his first over, so the over before that one, and he didn't look overly thrilled with that decision. Play ball, and no one else cared. That's a wide, by the way, and that's a definite thing. Anyway, I'll just put it out there that I robbed you on that one, Alistair. I checked it and it was actually inside the line. So no one really sort of made much of a thing of it, and Alistair just looked a little bit surprised when he saw the wide call come up. And I'm just letting you know that he was entitled to feel a little bit aggrieved because it was the wrong call, it was actually inside the line. Anyway, so we made a bit of a blue and hopefully they won't hold it against me. It's not going to affect the result of the game, but we still try to get the calls all right as best we can. And Simon gets 2 runs there. Last ball, Spud bowls on the MCG and Rishi hits it in the air, and that's probably going to be 4, I reckon. As the fielder tried to tap it onto the stumps and didn't control it, and I reckon that would have been 8 on the Super Bowl. That's what I would have paid. That's out, Simon, and I reckon he knows. End of the over. And nicely done by Adam. Joel Wolfrey, very exciting individual, and he'll be bowling. Play ball. Andrew's batting right-handed again. It might have only just been for a very short period in the first over that he decided to bowl bat left-handed for some reason. Anyway, 4 runs there. It was a misfield by Alistair. Joel bowls, and there's Chris Sell. They pick up 2. He comes in to bowl this, and in the air, but he'll take the catch, and a wicket for Joel. Now he bats left-handed again. Gee whiz, I don't know what's going on here, but anyway, it hits his leg, and they get 1. Last ball. I don't know why he's doing that. No. Anyway, he's mixing it up a bit as Andrew. And Simon. Oh, gee whiz, you're lucky, son. You're lucky. They get 1, and they're going to go again here, and they get through. They get 2. So we fix that up. That's the end of the over. So they're on 32 now. Damo, Vandermeer and Travers leaving the premises from the Reaper Babies. And looks like Damo might bowl. Play ball. And he's bowling to Andrew. He's going to bat right-handed this time. We just don't know what we're going to get. Anyway, it wouldn't have mattered what he did there because it hit his body. And they get 1, would have been run out if Adam hit the stumps. Over the wicket. And, he's played that on. And only one bloke could do that and be that unlucky. His name's Simon. And we mentioned it earlier, he's the unluckiest bloke on the planet, I reckon. Be hard-pressed to find somebody else that would fit that criteria. And anyway, certainly the unluckiest indoor cricketer on the planet. And we might go with that actually, because that's probably a more appropriate thing to say. But yeah, you don't have to be dead to be stiff if you're Simon. He bowls, and full toss, he whacks it, and Alistair had that covered. Damo stuck his hand out, and it ricocheted for 5. So they're all looking at him thinking, what are you doing, mate? Last ball. And it's a fair question, although the bowler is always going to be tempted to do his own fielding if he can reach the ball. Anyway, that one's straight back at him. He does do the fielding, and that's the end of the over. Anyway, Damien's got 3 for -5, and there's 13 runs scored off 4. And gee, what can you say? Adam Pearce, he is the bowler. Play ball. And he's going to bowl to a left-handed Andrew this time. And he hits it straight, and there's a chance of a run out, but doesn't happen that way. Third ball. Third ball, mate, Yeah, thanks, mate. So he comes into bowl here, and he hits it just wide of Chris Sell, and they pick up 2. Oh, I'm on the money, mate, don't worry. Yes, I know I don't look well tonight, and I'm not. It's actually a very interesting cold, this one. I got through the first 2 games last night, and I thought, well, you know, wide, by the way. I reckon the way I felt, you know, I didn't feel good. I was probably about a 5 out of 10 when I did the first 2 games, but it went downhill a lot after that. I reckon I was about a 1 when I left. That's good ball. So I was really, really crook when I finished the night. And today and most of tonight, I've been not too bad. And just as we get later in the night, it seems to just be worse for some reason. So I'm not too sure why that is. End of the over. But I feel like at the moment the latter part of the day seems to be the worst part of the day so far with this virus or whatever it is I do have. Third ball play, third ball. Alistair. Anyway, he comes in the bowl to Andrew and he plays a nice shot and they get 4. And I reckon I drank about 10 waters yesterday, 10 bottles of water. I've had a few today as well, not as many as that, but I've had a couple since I arrived here and a few at home. Yeah, very dry, sore throat sort of thing that's going on. He's out of his crease there, but I can't help him with the no-e. And he charged down the wicket, and they all know. I don't reckon Andrew would have appreciated the short ball knowing him though. And I reckon he'll be looking to smack the crap out of this next delivery, we'll see. He comes in the bowl. It's a slower ball. He does go for the big shot. He hit it pretty well. And just looking to see if he's going to have a word there with Alistair. And he did say something. There you go, and now he looks back at him, last ball. So there was definitely something said there, and there may be a bit of byplay, which I don't have a problem with, as long as it's not abusive or anything like that. That's 4 runs on the Super Bowl, and that's the end of the over. And I didn't actually hear what he said, probably partially because I've got blocked ears, and here we go. Is he going to say something else? Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, so he's just said something else there, and he made Adam Pearce laugh, but I've got a feeling that was, I don't know that Andrew was going out of his way to be funny there. I've got a feeling that he actually wasn't happy with Alistair for bowling the short ball at him, even though he charged down the wicket. Anyway, Rishi's going to bat. I might see if I can find out what was said there. I reckon Adam will tell me. Maybe. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. What did he say? They're still laughing about it. Anyway, Rishi's batting on this court now. He batted on the other one earlier. Play ball. Great to see Rishi down here at the moment. Anyway, hits that one in the air, but safe. And he gets through for 2. And he bowls this, and Paul, I don't know why you let that go, mate, because it spun back behind you, and was not a wide. Oh, Jules! He taps the ball onto the stumps by accident. No, too slow. Too slow. Third ball. Yeah, no, mate. Yeah, third ball. Anyway, Anthony Campbell's bowling on the MCG, and the ball sort of hit Julian in the hand and accidentally hit the stumps. The batsman was in his crease, and I think Anthony's just been hit for 7. Although must have been fairly tight. Maybe Hinchy didn't take the bails off straight away. I was a bit blindsided. Third ball. Anyway, third ball here, and so I think Anthony just went for another 7. I saw it out of the corner of my eye without taking my eye off this one. Last ball, so we're going to have a look and see what his bowling figures are going to be at the end of that over. So we just switch to the MCG scoreboard, and that's side net, bat net, and that'll be 4, and that's the end of the over. So anyway, let's just see. Anthony's got 1 ball left in probably his first game. Eh? I don't know, but he got hit for 2 7s in this over. Adam's all of a sudden interested to know what Anthony's figures are. He's got 2 for 16. Yeah, so Adam's a bit disappointed that he's picked up 2 wickets. Yeah, it's disgraceful, that's right. Play ball. Anyway, we've got 5 overs to go, and I can go back to the couch and psych myself up for tomorrow night. Play ball, and that'll be the intention. Good enough. Our mate Rishi. Yeah. Yeah, Adam wanting us to talk to the Hooters, saying it's unacceptable to let Anthony Campbell get a couple of wickets while he's bowling. Anyway, to be fair, and we've mentioned this a fair bit lately, Anthony's actually been in very good form, and his cricket No, I'll give it one. Yeah, his batting, bowling and fielding have been going quite nicely for him. And we have talked him up when he has been performing, as we do with anybody that does. Alrighty, Chris Sell, Rishi, leg side, and I think I heard what he said there, and I won't repeat it because there's a chance that some young viewers might be watching last ball, and for that matter, not just young viewers, but people that might be offended. That comes off his foot, and that's one run. That was quite imaginative, wasn't it? Because he's missed the ball with the bat and moved the foot through and kicked the ball away unintentionally. Yep, I've seen that happen before. In fact, I've done that once or twice in my lifetime playing both indoor and outdoor cricket. I reckon a couple of times. Play ball. Anyway, no ball full toss, we pay it. And we'll give it to you, Rishi. Julian Ganjemi bowling on the MCG. That won't work for him. That went for 7. And that's going to be a chance for Alistair. The throw comes in and they get 1. Julian Ganjemi comes in to bowl to Mike. And he might get run out here. And yeah, Hinchy looks after Julian. And this is going to be... Oh, well done. That's good night, Irene. As, yep, Rishi, we appreciate you coming down here, mate, to play in both games, this game and the other game that's been played at the same time. And but he got run out there, and it was good fielding, and it's probably going to be gone too. Anyway, last ball, they get 2 for that. They need 130 to win off 3.1. So yeah, the equation is there. And that's caught behind. So they probably had an outside chance of winning the game prior to that delivery, but I reckon that wicket just seals the deal. And there you go. That's just the way it goes. Play ball. And Damien coming into bowl to Rishi. And he does. And no run. He was all at sea on that shot. Or attempted shot. Third ball coming up, third ball. And, oh, gee whiz, an inside edge that misses the stumps. He's dead set lucky, and they get 1. If that had been Simon playing that shot, that would have hit the stumps. He would have got out. He wouldn't have been... He wouldn't have had the luck on his side. He very rarely does. Nicely driven. And Bailey's there. They get 4. And there's 1 ball to go here. And we're almost done for the night. So we've made the right decision in showing up again for work tonight. Just struggling a little bit. But that's out court. But I just thought if I... end of the over, and I don't care who's on strike at this stage. You can stay here, Paul, if you want to. 4 for -5 for Damo. I just thought if I managed to get enough rest throughout the day that I'd still be able to get here, and the 3 hours or so would pass. I'd get the job done, and I'm still alive, so that's good. Play ball. Haven't missed out on any work, and that's what I always aim for. This is going to be 1. Julian Ganjemi having another bowl on the MCG there. No ball off the pitch, and run out it is. And that Rishi plays a late shot, and Chris is there. And they get 2. Julian bowls again on the MCG and gets smacked for 7. And that ball took a fairly long time for the ball to get down the other end when Julian was bowling that. And I reckon Adam could have almost bowled 2 balls in the same time period. And he's bowling spin also, 2 runs. Last ball, but yeah, Jules' last delivery it seemed to take an eternity to get down the other end, and the batsman had no problem hitting it for 7. Adam, Rishi, top net, and they'll get 1, and that's the end of the over. So Adams ended up with 2 for 6. This pair's got 14, and Alistair will be the bowler to finish this off with here. Play ball. Vinci bowls on the MCG, Alistair bowls here. Rishi hits it in the air, drop catch by Bailey, then the throw misses the stumps as well. They get 2 bites of the cherry and 1 run. Right, so he's around the wicket here bowling, and we've got 4 balls to go, and can't finish quick enough for me at the moment. I actually feel like dog shit. That'll be run out, and I haven't felt like dog shit the entire night. It's the last hour or so I've just, it's caught up with me a bit. Same thing happened last night. So sorry if there's, the commentary's just been a tad off the last couple of nights in the croaky voice. Hopefully I've made some sense. Around the wicket, Alistair comes in to bowl to Paul, and nicely driven, and there's Adam, and that's probably and possibly out. If he hits there, he doesn't. They get 3, and it's the last ball of the game over the wicket as long as he doesn't bowl an extra, and I'll be hoping he doesn't, because I'm ready to get going. And I don't often feel that way, but I do now, and that'll be out on the super ball. A wicket falls, they'll keep the ball for me. Thanks, Paul. Paul thanks me for the game, even though it hasn't gone too well for his team. We appreciate that. Yeah, thanks, Joel. So Joel thanks us as well. And I get the ball, beauty. And anyway, we get through the first 2 nights of the week, and we'll see how we go for the rest of the week. Bye for now.